Alright. And we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. And today we're going to be doing something a little different. So, we're going to be editing a new video for the Eric Surf 6 channel. It's coming up. It's a challenge collaboration video between him and his son. The dude's got it. So, it's basically kind of like a, you know, geez, words. Oh. Basically like, you know, kind of like what's the Japanese equivalent versus the American equivalent of a restaurant or whatever. And we did one recently of Taco Bell. So we did like Taco Bell Japan versus Taco Bell USA. And there's one coming up for Coco Ichibanya. Gotta do a little bit of reworking, but that one's coming up. Just finished that one yesterday. But it needs... Why is my hair looking like that? It's like someone just ripped some shit out. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we did one for Taco Bell, and today we're going to be doing one for Wendy's. Jesus. Ah, man. Can you tell it's been a while since I've tried to do these normal YouTube-y intro type stuff. Man, when I was in the thick of it, it was just like bam, I was on it. But it's like a muscle, man. If you don't use it, you fucking lose it. Speaking of which, on the personal side of things, when we filmed this, I had done a shoot right before. So let me just we'll switch over. So yeah, so here we are. I'm gonna switch comments on my phone so I can keep track of things. There we go. Cool. So we got the comments up, so I'll be able to see what you guys are typing as we're typing. Make sure everything's in. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, cool. But anyway, like before we filmed this video, we did some video shooting for somebody else, putting together something, and I'd done some running, and I think I tweaked my ankle or something, so I've just been taking it easy with walks and stuff like that for a while, just waiting for things to heal up, and things are looking good, but leg's still a little jacked up, so it doesn't really hurt, it's just like stiff, and so long as I don't put too much pressure on it, it's fine. But I just gotta take it easy, eat some banana, drink some water, and we'll be G to G, baby. So that's what's going on in the personal life. So let's get on with this video. So right now I have the first like couple minutes of it done. Let me go ahead and adjust volume here because I had the volume set for like normal like bento I want to say bento buster, but Zen buster type levels. Yo, Chris in Tokyo, what up, bro? So these are the normal levels I set for like chill vibe streams. I got Zen buster and stuff like that in the background, so we'll have to bump this to, I'll say around 15 ish, somewhere in there. Should be plenty loud, I think.
We'll get the end though, just because we're splitting it.
Yeah, a couple spins.
Yep. It's really good choice.
Then, yeah, it should be good. So, alrighty. Just slap the earphones on, headphones, whatever. Been in Japan a little too long. It's all good. So yeah, I got the first like 4 minutes or so already done. It's basically just us like ordering some stuff at the Wendy's that we went to. It's out in Ueno, by the way. They have one by Ueno Station. That's the one we went to. A little behind the scenes. They have this kiosk, so you can just order it straight from there. So like, they don't take your order at all at the counter. Because usually for restaurants that have the kiosk, it's optional, but it's not like the only option. But I noticed in a lot of more like modernized places in Tokyo in particular, it's like kiosk only, just for you know, old colonial macaroni. And actually, for me personally, I prefer it just because I don't have to talk to anybody. I can just like type in the numbers, do my thing, and carry on. Yeah, we need to grow this channel. Yeah. Well, I need to start putting out some of that quality content. You know what I'm saying there, Chris? So the onus is on me. But yeah. Hoping with these live streams, it's definitely going to be helping. Because you know, like one of the disadvantages, and I know I keep saying this, and it sounds so dumb to people who aren't in the know. Yo, what up, Game and Lock? I thought this was a KFC menu. I just ordered KFC pizza. From the KFC, I'm at the KFC. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the combination KFC and Pizza Hut. Yeah. Well, this is a combination Wendy's first kitchen. Oh, where is it? There you go. So they have, like, in addition to normal Wendy's fare, they don't have the spicy nuggets, oddly enough, but they have pretty much everything else. They also have, like, pasta and other things. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro, what's my thoughts on iMovie? I've never used iMovie, personally. I've used Final Cut Pro before. For some client work, I use Final Cut if I have to go into the office or whatever. But here at home, like 90% of the time I use Premiere, and I have like no issues with it. I know it's kind of the fun thing for video editors to like dunk on Premiere for being this like terrible thing, but it's really not. I think a lot of those guys are spoiled, to be honest with you. But I mean, if you are a Mac guy, like just staying within the ecosystem, I think is fine. You know, if you prefer Final Cut to Premiere, it's fine. They all do the same basic function, right? So as long as you know how to do that, then you'll be fine. Plus, I think like Final Cut and iMovies are like better optimized on Mac versus getting the Premiere version on Mac. I guess depending on your specs, the advantages of using Final Cut versus Premiere might be negligible. I don't know. I have seen some videos of like people really getting in the weeds with it. Camera will get the best response. Fuck, dude, that's a loaded question right there. There's a lot of answers I could put in there. I don't know what you mean by like best response. Like more people will comment on your videos, watch your videos if you have like the right camera. Like, again, it depends on the type of content you're going for. I would say for like most things, a DSLR mirrorless camera is your best bet. But for certain things, I do like using GoPro. Eric likes using, well, he has the Sony Action Cam. He doesn't have a GoPro, but he has the Sony Action Cam. He likes using that. It works for some things, but for a lot of things that he uses it for, it doesn't work. So, you know, like if you were doing like bike vlogs or something like that and you wanted to get the wide field of view, yeah, I would recommend, you know, slapping a GoPro on the front of your Mamachati or whatever you got going and just doing something like that. That's actually something I really wanted to do as well, was to you know, do like bike vlogs, things like that. And it might be something I end up doing once I move, because like where I'm living now, it's like there is a nice little like bike path trail. It's like 28 kilometers long. It's pretty nice. But I'm gonna be moving soon, so it's like kind of whatever. But yeah, the long and short of it, I would say if you had to get one camera, it would definitely be a DSLR. Especially since you're already in the YouTube game. If you are just getting started on YouTube and have like no idea what you want to do or whatever, just use your cell phone. Because when you're starting off on YouTube, a lot of people want to focus on like having the best quality video and things like that, and that's where I get a lot of people asking me to like be their editor when they only have like 50 subs or whatever, and I'm like, I don't think my editing is gonna help you, my guy. You know, you need to work on figuring out like who you are, type of content you want to put out, and making consistent content, not quality content. Because your first 100 videos or so are going to be complete crap anyway. So just use this time to like figure out what you want to do, what type of content you like, what content resonates with the audience that you're looking to get, and just optimize it. And then, once you get to a point, we can talk. But oh, you didn't get the notification yet? What up, Siobhan? Should have went out. Should have gone out. Weird. Yeah, YouTube's kind of funky with that stuff. Let me check Discord, because usually Discord's pretty good about that stuff. Yeah, it went out a couple minutes ago. That's pretty good. Yeah, the live stream thumbnails are kind of shit, because I don't really care about that. Yeah, Kawasaki Ninja Bros. Living Kawasaki. Yeah, that's right, man. That is what's up. Yeah, there's lots of little cool things in Kawasaki to film, but especially during these times, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to like go out there and film stuff. I was talking about this the other day with someone, and I was talking about basically like what killed the Andy Japandi channel, and it was old Colony Macaroni, obviously, and having to make a lot of changes in life and prioritizing editing for other people versus putting my own stuff together, and it's one of the casualties. But on the plus side, it's allowed me to do a lot of other things too, so is what it is. But so this is what editing looks like. Yeah, basically. So here is the full project. So you got a bunch of little clips and stuff here and there. I just have like some graphic assets. Nah, it's not that hard. I mean, actually, a real video editor would look at this and be like, man, this shit's easy. Just because like I've seen some timelines where there's just all kinds of files and stuff everywhere, and it's just a big mess. But I like to keep mine as clean as possible. Makes it easier to keep track of everything, and especially if you're doing client work, like if a client wants to change or whatever, it's a lot easier to change stuff if you have a better organized timeline for things. But yeah, we got some graphic assets here, which is the little text blurb and the Instagram graphic that I put together. You got some little sound effects, little whooshies. I think they're like a golf swing sound effect. Yeah. So I just have those to like transition in and out. You just put your B-roll up here. So you got that. Then you got the little... I usually like to have this kind of separated a little bit. So I just have it on like a different track, just so that way I can visually see like, okay, this is where this thing is. In this case, it's a little static effect to indicate like a channel, like a TV, change of channels. So in between, I only do this for the intro, because if I did it during the whole video, it'd get fucking obnoxious. But I figure for the intro, it's not so bad. So transitioning between Eric and the dude's got it and his girlfriend Jules. Then back to Eric. I got some B-roll up here. Then you have the intro. I'm gonna do there. And then basically for these types of videos, for this particular series, it's kind of a USA versus Japan type food. So we get the Japan version and then they get the American version, and we kind of compare, because like some because they often run like restaurant exclusives, not restaurant exclusive, like country exclusive items. So like for Taco Bell, they got like the Chick Star, like it's basically a crunch wrap but with fried chicken fillet instead of taco meat. So you do that, and then also talk about the quality type of ordering. Like here, it's just kind of introducing like what they're doing, what's up. And right now, we're just kind of at the ordering process. So I'm going through like Eric ordering stuff, and a little bit of spoiler. He ends up botching it because he only wanted like one chicken consomme French fry. So in Wendy's Japan, they have what they call shaka shaka fries, which means like shaking. So they have like these flavored fries. So they put like flavored dust on them, basically. So they have like, you know, butter soy, cod roe. They have a bunch of others as well, but this is just what's on this screen. And I personally prefer the chicken consomme. That was my favorite. It's pretty good. And he ended up accidentally ordering 2. But for the Japan kiosk, if it was the American kiosk, like you could take stuff off pretty easily. But yeah, I don't know. I've never had butter soy before, but it's there. Only in Japan, right? Only in Japan with John Dab. Anyway, so he got all that kinds of stuff, but he accidentally ordered 2 instead of 1 because we were just going to sample it. We were just going to split them. But in order to like get rid of it, he'd have to cancel the entire order and start all over, and that was the point of contention. He's like, what the heck's going on? And he's like, I can't deal with this stuff anymore, whatever. Taking a powder. So I ended up having to order everything. Just kind of, you know, going through everything. So, you know, I'm pretty experienced with the kiosk because, you know, I used to work at McDonald's back in the day. And so I'd have to, like, guide the old people on how to order stuff. And plus, you know, if I would order stuff myself, like, I'd usually just use the kiosk if I could, just so I don't have to talk with people. So, you know, they got kind of the basic stuff they have in America. You know, you got spicy chicken, Baconator. I don't know if they have the mushroom melt there. This was called the Wild Rock. It's basically a no-bun burger. They got the regular, you know, Wendy's Double, Wendy's Triple. They also got this. This is from the first kitchen side of the house. That's why the buns look a little different. This one's called Roppongi Cheese Bacon Egg Burger. Oh yeah, they also got yakitori flavored, but you gotta get like the big ass box. And the M size French fries are plenty for me anyway. And then they also have chili, Wendy's chili, even in Japan. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, they didn't have kiosks at McDonald's back when I was working there in high school. That was a dark time in my life. Not high school, but yeah. Yeah, it is kind of trippy to see, like, you know, us ordering American food in Japan. So you can tell, like, some of the different stuff. So they got, like, melon soda in Japan. They don't have that in America. Well, I mean, for the most part. You know, so you can get, like, melon soda. That's my go-to. Then they got, like, matcha lattes and stuff like that. Eric ended up getting oolong tea. So there's kind of the breakdown of everything. And the fun thing was that it all cost exactly 3,000 yen, or about $30 in the burger bucks. So there's the receipt, which my camera's out of focus. My bad. But it's there, so. Yep, and then we're going to cycle and have them order at a kiosk. So, what's pizza like there? It's pretty good, actually. Not gonna lie. I've ordered several. I could see the pizza boxes. You know, they got like Domino's and Pizza Hut and stuff like that. They also have their own pizza chains, like Pizza La is the big Japanese pizza chain. Their online ordering isn't quite as good as Pizza Hut and Domino's. Pizza Hut used to have really good online ordering, but they just eschewed it. Just, you know, if you want the English menu, you gotta like call in and order. And I'm like, who's got time to do that shit? You know, like I don't want to talk to a person to get pizza anymore. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Fuck that. I mean, it depends on what you want, Game and Lock. Like, you can get, I mean, it's not nearly as cheap as it is in America. Like, in America, you can get, like, a you know, $6 pizza from Little Caesars. You know, if you just want the pepperoni or whatever. But, you know, if you do carry out at Domino's, you can get like a medium, which I guess would be an American small, or somewhere in between, for like 800 yen if you just get like a regular pepperoni pizza. So that's not too bad, pretty comparative. But if you want like the super crazy toppings and stuff like that, with just all this crazy shit, then yeah, you're gonna be paying like out the ass for it, and especially sizes too. So, you know, but a lot of these pizza chains also run deals too. Like they have, you know, Big Wednesday and Big Sunday and stuff like that, to where like, you know, if you buy one pizza, you get like one or two half off or something like that. So if you're holding like a party, or you just want to have a couple slices and then just put the rest away for later, it's not too bad. Christ. Yeah, I mean, you can. Hey, what up? Brandon, shit. Been a while since I've seen you on here, dude. Yeah, it ultimately just depends on the type of toppings and stuff that you want. If you just want something pretty basic, then it's pretty reasonable, I think. But if you're looking for like super high end with like all the different meats, and you know, if you want it like large or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna be paying extra for that. But there's a lot of like cool deals and things that you can get to make the price pretty reasonable. And if you order carry out, then it's even cheaper. But you know, I'm lazy, and especially doing the work from home thing, like I usually don't have time, you know, when I break for lunch, to like leave the guest house, go to Konbini, come back, and then pretty much by the time I come back, like my lunch break's over and I haven't even eaten anything. So a lot of times I just, you know, order a pizza, and when it comes, go on break, and there you go. And finally on the right time, see a stream. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, I usually do these streams, you know, early in the morning Japan time, just because I know it's evening in Mercanton land and in other parts of the Western world, so most of my audience can see me stream. And I mean, I do like a variety of things. You know, most of the time it's just kind of like chill vibe streams. But you know, this time I figured we'd do some editing. Kind of talk about my my process of putting videos together. And it's definitely something I want to do like more of, you know, maybe in like an editing course or something like that. You know, I'm thinking about putting something like that together for like either Skillshare, Udemy, or something like that to teach people how to edit YouTube videos. Because I figure, you know, like I've been doing this shit for a while. You know, I've been doing YouTube for over 15 years. Been doing freelance video editing for over 5 years now. So I figured, you know, share a little bit of the experience, and if I can make a little bit extra okane, then all the better, right? So anyway, let's get to the reason why we're here, right? So basically, like I was saying before we get too into it, is I do like a little compare and contrast. So, you know, showed us ordering in Japan, and then we're going to show them ordering in America, and then, you know, they got, you know, the dishes and stuff like that, and then we're going to transition to us, well, us being Eric, because I'm just filming him for this one, you know, eating the food, and then we kind of, you know, take breaks in between dishes usually. So that's what I usually do is, you know, once he's done with, in this case, a burger or a side dish, then I cut back to Dude and Jules to see what they're up to. So there you go. Let's get into it. When I'm gonna try Uni Pizza. Uni Pizza. Never heard of that one. Never heard of it.
Whoa, this is cool. You just order it off the tablet. All right, let's do this.
You want to like look at? No.
Yeah, let's check out what they got.
Okay.
Instead of like a
I
pretzel.
kind of wanted to try that one.
Oh, they got the pretzel burgers there again? Nice. I didn't even see that.
kind of wanted to.
Okay, so there is a lot of copyright music being played, so this stream will probably get claimed. Hopefully not, but they're kind of picky like that. So that's one of the dangers of putting together these types of. Oh, uni. Sorry. I was thinking like uni, like university. My bad. My bad. Yes, I know. I didn't understand the context. My bad. I was thinking uni, like university. I was thinking like Lakeland doesn't sell pizza. Yeah, they used to sell coffee before old Clay Macaroni punched that shit in the nuts. But uni pizza, yeah. Don't know of anybody that sells it. Maybe Pizza Law does, but we'll figure something out. I'm sure we'll do something like that for Eric Mealtime, definitely. Because he loves uni, and I've never had it before. So, I think it would be a fun experience.
Try that one. Pretzel bacon pub. I wonder if there's an actual like pretzel in it, or that's just the name.
Yeah, Jesus. It's what the bun's made of, you dingus. Alright, so anyway, like I was saying, with dealing with copyright music in the background, there's several ways to approach something like that. So one way would just be to completely wipe out the audio track entirely of the area you're in, and either slap on some music or slap some voiceover over it after the fact. That's just, for me, that's the safest way possible to do it. But if that's not possible, then the other way to do it would be to just cut as much as possible and just keep the absolute bare essentials. Which, I mean, this video is like what? Like 5.5 minutes long, so I haven't watched, yeah, I've watched some of his stuff before. I haven't watched any lately, but yeah, I've watched some of his stuff before.
Whoa, this is cool. Just order it off the tablet. Alright, let's do this.
Okay, so with copyright music, I think it's fair use if it's accidental. It's 100 Holly Natto. Yeah, I don't mind natto. I've had it before. It's not too bad. I remember the first time I had natto was when I was stationed out in San Diego, because I remember all the J vloggers were doing like, oh my god, natto's so stinky and disgusting, it's nasty. You know, doing like the try natto challenge or whatever back then. One stream, 2 people donated $100 each. Nice. Yeah, man, I might. You know, I think that'd be good for like the beach streams. You know, like if I'm just kind of wandering around and somebody throws down $100, like, yo, try some natto. I just like head to the conveni and grab some. So, yeah, he gags and stuff. Oh yeah, like honestly, I don't really have a problem with natto. I think like the only problem I had with it was more just like the texture, like the stringiness of the whatever you call it. It's like $80 to East Wasabi. Yeah. Yeah, like the stringiness was a little troublesome. And I also had some melon soda at the time as well. So whenever I don't know if you ever had soda and natto, but it foams up a lot. Just a fun little factoid for you. So that was like the only problems I had eating natto. But most of the time I was just like, I don't see the big deal. Yeah, I had it fairly recently too, and you know, it was kind of the same thing. Like I could smell the fermentation, but it wasn't like that big of an issue for me. So I was like, all right, cool. I think I would have more trouble eating a raw egg than I would natto, to be honest. Obviously because of the texture, and just because it's been like ingrained in my brain to not eat raw poultry of any kind, you know. So
yes, we did. Whoa.
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot to add. I usually add an additive dissolve to as like a little separation between. I would call them like scenes. So if it's just like a regular Eric Mealtime, then I would put them in between the different foods that he has. So that's just a good way to indicate to the audience, hey, something's changing. And also for Eric, because he does the chapters and stuff in the videos, it's a good little visual cue to be like, okay, something's changing. So try chicken sashimi? Nah. Nah, man. Have not. I might do it for funsies on a live stream, but yeah, in the IRLs, probably not.
Did. Whoa,
There we
this
go.
is cool. You just order it off the tablet. Alright, let's do this.
Cool. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, if you're dealing with copyright music, if you can't completely nix the audio track, then next best way to do it would just be to cut as fast as possible. So hopefully the sound algorithm, the what's it called? The copyright tracker Madu doesn't pick it up. Or worst case scenario, if it does pick it up, because usually, when I send these videos out to Eric, he just sends them out. He just lets them sit for like a day or two to make sure the content ID, that's what it's called, to make sure the content ID system goes through and make, see if there's any questionable content or whatever, and if it's flagged, then he'll just tell me to either like delete this part or mute this part or find some way to like get rid of, from this time code to this time code, and then I go in and cut it and do it that way. So there's been a couple things I've had to cut, like foods or explanations of things, just because there's like a background song playing, and we've been working on different ways to eliminate that. One of his most popular videos that I put together actually was the Heart Attack Grill. I did 2 of them, but the first one was the most popular one. And for that, there was just so much copyright music, and it was so loud that like no matter what I did, it would get flagged like every time. Like as soon as he'd upload it, just So eventually, I got to the point where I'm just like, fuck it, and just muted the whole track, slapped some music over it, made it into a montage, which was not his style at the time. And then just intercut like as much as I could of stuff where the music wasn't playing, like in the bathroom and stuff like that, and then intercut back to music montage. And I think that was the beginning of the music montage thing that you've been seeing a lot of in recent Eric Mealtime vids. And plus, it's just me kind of wanting to showcase like a different style, because I want to add a little bit of artistic flair and engage the audience and stuff like that with these types of videos. So yeah, but
You wanna like look at? No.
Yeah, let's check out what they...
Instead of with the
I kind of wanted to try that one. Pretzel bacon pub. I wonder if there's an actual like pretzel... I kind of wanted to try the...
okay, so yeah, I think yeah, you just have to be very judicious with your cuts. Just make them really fast in this case. So
Let's do this. I kind of wanted to try that one. Pretzel bacon pub. I wanted to
try the, and let's get to here. Okay.
to try the pretzel bacon pub. I wonder if there's an actual like pretzel in it, or that's just the name.
No, the bun.
Oh, it's
is
a pretzel?
There's no pretzel.
In it? I thought there was.
The bun is a pretzel.
Oh.
What did you expect?
And
To bite in?
This one's probably like their signature one, right? Dave.
I'm not so sure.
And this little. Dave. Right?
Jesus. Fucking Cali kids, man. Like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, they're such goofballs, basically.
Yeah, that's what I saw outside.
This one.
Whoa, how many patties is... That's 3 patties. The thing... Whoa, how many patties...
Okay, so we'll just kind of skip around a little bit. And plus, like, also for editing, and this some I've talked about before, but not in this live stream, but one of the things I like to do for my editing approach is something I call the tight loose method. I talked about this a lot. where basically like the first couple minutes, or at least minute and a half, is like very tightly edited, very engaging, very interesting looking. And then as time in the video progresses, you just kind of loosen it up a little bit. You don't get lazy and just slap on raw footage, of course. But, you know, I think after a certain percentage of the video, it's safe to say that for those who have watched that far into the video, they're going to continue watching. So if that's the case, then, you know, it's one of those like, hey, congrats, you made it. So let's just chill out a little bit and not try to bombard you with so much stuff. Because a lot of YouTubers approach things with just like constant bombardment, and it honestly just gets a little tiring after a while. You know, I've always edited. No, I started off with Vegas back in the day, back in 2008 when I started making videos. Yo, what's good, MS? Yo, what up, baby? But yeah, like when I really started making my own videos, because from like 2006 to 2008, like I wasn't really making my own stuff. It was I mostly just used YouTube as a way to like comment on other YouTubers' stuff and to put up clips of, you know, my friends' karate and band practice and whatever else. You know, whenever my friend, the Talkin' Vidockin, Areopolis, would let me borrow his camera, put some stuff up there. But it wasn't really too serious about it until I got my own camera. And at that point, I was like, I can't just put up these uncut vlogs, you know, especially because YouTube had the time limit at the time of like 10 minutes. And I was like, shit, man, how am I going to do this? So I was looking up different video editors. Originally, I was just going to use Windows Movie Maker back in the day. But because the videos I was using were .mp4, they used like a QuickTime codec or something like that, and Windows didn't recognize it at the time. So I was just like, I don't understand this thing, I can't edit it with it. And I was like, ah, shit, what do I do? So I was looking up different video editing programs, and obviously Final Cut was still around. Premiere was too, but you know, they were all like stupid expensive. So found a copy of Sony Vegas. I think it was version like 7 or 8, just to give you an idea how long I've been using that shit. So I just found a copy of that and started using it. And last time I used Vegas, it was version 3. I think it was like, yeah, it was version either 12 or 13. I think it was 13 though. It was the last time I used Vegas. And to be honest, I made the switch to Premiere because Vegas was crashing on me too much. That was always my issue with Vegas, was like it would just crash on me for no reason, or like it wouldn't import clips, or you know, whatever. It would just be buggy for random reasons. And I was going to school at the time, so I figured get a discount on Adobe, you know, make the switch to Premiere. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, right? Oh yeah, MS. Andy, you thought about saving up money and buying some property in Japan unless you're thinking of coming back to the U.S. Yeah, it'd be nice to buy some property. I think that's more of a long-term goal, I'd say. You know, but I need to get my visa situation figured out before I do stuff like that. You know, I think once I get PR, then, you know, we can talk about buying some property. You know, because until then, I'm fine with renting. Because, you know, it does give me the freedom to be able to move if, you know, if something happens. You know, because there's a lot of things that would be out of my control as far as visa goes. You know, so, you know, I don't really feel comfortable investing in stuff like that until, I wouldn't even consider it until I have my work visa. You know, but, you know, with these different work, it helps you get PR faster. It does? Interesting. Well, I don't think anybody would let me buy it until I have at least 3 years in the country. that's usually the big block. He's got to have 3 years. I don't know. But yeah, so. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to buying property. It's just, you know, A, you got to save up for it because, you know, it is expensive. And B, you know, you got to be in a position to be like, okay, I'm going to stick around this area for a while. But that being said, the area I'm going to be moving to does have a lot of good property that's not so expensive. You know, if I was thinking about doing the same thing in Tokyo, it'd be like way more expensive. But you go further south in Kanagawa, it's not so bad, and the area is just like much nicer. Wouldn't be bad though. Doesn't apartment houses depreciate quickly? The older it is, the lower the price. Well, the thing with property and housing and stuff like that in Japan. In America, it's about the house, you know, the buildings on the property, you know, on the plot of land, as it were. But in Japan, it's about the land. Like, the actual buildings and stuff, they don't really give a shit about. Like, they tear them down, like, every 30 years anyway. So, unless it has historical significance. So that's why I hear all these stories of, like, a lot of historical buildings getting completely torn down and then, like, new condominiums and shit getting put up in their place. And, you know, they do this stuff in America too, but not quite to the extent that Japan does. So when you're buying property, the real value is in the land, not so much in the actual building, because, you know, it's just going to get mowed down in 30 years anyway. You know. And also with you know, building codes constantly changing. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's just cheaper to rebuild versus keep the property up there, the building. You know, because otherwise you got to pay all these fees, or you have to like make the building compliant with the new codes, and you know, some cases, a lot of cases actually, it's just easier to tear the building down and rebuild than it is to make the current building compliant with those codes. But that's about as into the weeds as I can get as far as stuff like that goes, just because that's really all I know. But do I still see myself in Japan years to come, or are you taking it day to day? Honestly, MS, it's really hard to say, you know. Until I get, you know, permanent residency or whatever, I would just, you know, take it one day at a time. Because especially with what's going on in the world right now, like, a lot can change just like that. You know, not too long ago from where we are now, like, everybody was, all the restaurants and businesses were open and people were walking around like it was no big thing. And now, this, you know, it's a lot different. So, you know, a lot can change really quickly. And especially for the field that I'm in, with, you know, the media production, marketing, whatever you want to call it, there is a lot of pull for me to go to, you know, other cities that are more media-centric. So obviously, you know, if I want to continue doing this for like a real living and not just, you know, a couple bucks on the side while I'm going to college, like, you know, there's a real pull for me to go to cities like New York and LA, you know, to really get serious about, you know, pulling in some gigs and stuff like that. So that possibility is always there. But, you know, I do like being in Japan. It does have its downsides, of course, but I do enjoy my time here in Japan more than I would in America, and I get a lot more bang for the buck as far as living goes here in Japan versus America, where, you know, if I were to live in a cheap neighborhood, I have to worry about my safety, whereas in Japan, I can live in a cheap neighborhood and not have to worry at all about my safety, you know. In fact, it's usually the more expensive neighborhoods that I got to worry about. or close by, which ironic, but is what it is. And even then, you know, going like a few places in Japan, I'd be a little scared to go to. Yeah, what are the downsides of J-Land? I mean, obviously, there's the common ones, like language barrier being a big one, which I'm going to be working to bridge the gap as best I can anyway. Obviously, the fact that I'm not Japanese, and I'm never going to be Japanese, nor do I even want to be Japanese, to be honest. But, you know, with a lot of Western countries, they are more welcoming of others, depending on where you go, of course. But in Japan, you're either Japanese or you're not. And if you're not, you're other, and other is scary because they don't know what other is. It's not Japanese, it's foreign, scary. Ooh. You know, where in Japan would I be scared to go? Probably like, even though I've gone to it a couple times, you know, probably like, you know, Kabukicho, shit like that. You know, well, Kabukicho at night. During the day, it's fucking whatever. I go by that like all the time. But, yeah, I'd say at night, you know, with a lot of people wandering around and, you know, certain neighborhoods and stuff like that where, you know, like Yakuza frequent. So you don't want to end up on the wrong end of them, for sure. But that's just a very, very small subsect of Japan. So compare that to like other places I wouldn't go to in America, like it's fucking nothing. So yeah, like for like 99% of Japan, I'm totally okay with going to, if given the opportunity, you know. But yeah, exactly. There's worse places than Kabukicho as well, you know. I would say, you know, Roppongi would be another one. Although, I mean, it's dangerous, but not really in like a get shot kind of way. Just in like, you know, the cops will probably frisk you and arrest you for like no reason, just under suspicion. Because, you know, you're not Japanese, you're other. You're other is scary and suspicious, you know. Again, that's one of the things I don't like about living in Japan is just, you know, feeling that otherness. And again, I'm not mad at the Japanese for, you know, feeling that way. It's in their culture, you know. It is what it is. It's just one of the things you have to accept when you're living out here, you know. But that being said, you know, you can turn that disadvantage into an advantage because, you know, because of that otherness culture, it has breeded a lot of good, you know, communities. You know, the international community in Japan is pretty good. Despite what you read on the internet, that's mostly just the disgruntled majority, the vocal minority, basically. The vocal minority is the majority. What I meant to say, words. But, you know, of the international contingent that I've met out here that have been extremely warm and welcoming, and, you know, I've done a lot of work for them as well, so, you know. And that's another fun thing about living in Japan. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you live in Japan, you know, your life must be like Japanese all the time, you know, interacting with nothing but Japanese people, and that's not really true. But one of the cool things is because, you know, the Tokyo Kanagawa area is, especially the Tokyo area, is an international hub. You know, you get to meet people from all kinds of different cultures outside of Japan and America. So, you know, that's also a really fun thing. If I just graduated from high school, is there other things you would do other than what I've done now? Well, the environment now is a lot different than back in 2004 when I graduated high school. So, the things I would do if I were to graduate high school this year versus back in 2004 when I graduated, like, the environment's completely different. You know, like, making money on the internet was not a thing back in 2004. Like, even though a lot of people have done it, you know, it wasn't a realistic sort of field to get into unless you were like joining a company or something like that. You know, like you hear these little success stories here and there, but it wasn't as practical as it is now to make money online. So if I were just graduating high school, knowing what I know now, I probably would have joined the military like right after high school, because that way be a little bit younger and I wouldn't have gone into debt to go to school. I could just go in there, do my 4 or 6 years or whatever, get out, get on the GI Bill, and get my ass to Japan. You know. But, you know, again, timing being everything. You know, if I had done those things when I was in high school, like, you know, if I joined right 2004, got out in 2008, I'd have been like, what, 20... I'd have been like 23, 24-ish, something like that. 22 maybe. Went right to college. It wouldn't be that big of a transition for me, just based on the age gap. Like, yeah, I would be older than most of the students, but it wouldn't be like that much older. So it would be a little bit easier for me to handle regular college stuff. And plus my friends would be like fresh out of college themselves, so they would still, you know, it wouldn't be, I'd still be able to like hang out with them and stuff like that. If I went down that path. But, you know, if my goal was to, you know, live in Japan, then yeah, I would, and once I graduate high school, go straight to military so I can get the GI Bill, take GI Bill, go straight to a school out here in Japan, you know, whether it was Lakeland or Temple or whatever. And just do it that way. But, like, if I didn't, you know, care to live in Japan, or if, you know, Japan didn't need me to have a bachelor's degree, then I wouldn't even bother with the military or college or any of that shit. I would just, like, get straight to learning more about editing, marketing myself, and going full bore with that. So, you know, a lot of other people ask me, like, what would I be doing if I got kicked out of Japan, like, right now? Obviously, be crying a lot because I really worked my ass off to get here and to stay here as best I could. But after that, you know, I would focus a lot more on editing. So I would, you know, be a lot more aggressive in marketing myself. And especially now that I have a bit of history, you know, body of work in editing for other people. It's not just, you know, well, I know a little bit about how to video edit. I put some of my own YouTube videos together and stuff. And, you know, they look at them and be like, it's just a dad with a camcorder. Who gives a shit? You know. But now that I've had, like, actual client work under my belt at this point, you know, I can use that to market myself. And I know some people have been asking me, like, why don't you just put together a reel? You know, and there's a lot of schools of thought for that. Putting together a reel would be good for certain fields in media, like if you're looking for like a director of photography, cinematography type job, or like if you're a color grader or something like that, motion effects type person, then yeah, putting together a reel would be nice. But for an editor, if I were to put together a reel, it would just show that, hey, he's good at putting together reels. Which, you know, if that's what I want to get into, then sure. But that aside, like, it's just best to show your work, essentially. So if people are looking for me to, say, you know, put together a food video, like what I'm doing right now, you know, I can direct them to stuff I've done for Eric Surf 6. I'd probably show them the Heart Attack Grill, the first episode, just because it's short. Because that's one of the things, like, I don't want to give them, like, a long-ass, like, 30-minute, you know, eating marathon video. It was kind of the analogy I used back when I was editing for Old Hambone. But it's like, it's like feeding somebody a cake. Like, if they're not sure about the flavor, would you rather just like shove a whole cake down their throat, or just give them a little piece? Because they can always go back for another piece if they like it. And if they don't, then whatever. You're not wasting their time. You're not wasting your cake. So, yeah, just put together like your best, fairly short, not too short. I'd say 3 to 5 or 5 to 8 minute long videos. Definitely less than 10, if you can help it. For your best work. For me, if I were just off the top of my head, like pick a set of videos to like market to people, to show, hey, I'm a freelance video editor, this is what I've done, type thing, it would be the first Heart Attack Grill video I did with Eric. It would be the ramen school video I did with Brian from Ramen Ventures. It'd be a video I've done for Hachiko District. Probably one of the most viewed ones, because they all kind of had the same style. So I'd probably just pick like the most viewed one, just to show people, oh man, this video went viral, So I'd probably do that. I might show them, like, I've done some work for e-learning courses. In fact, the video we shot right before this this Wendy's footage, I just got done filming some stuff for a Udemy course. And if there's anything in particular that I'm applying to them for, like if they want like a particular type of video or content or whatever, I might tailor it to that. But that's just kind of the basic gist of things. Do I still talk to Ramen Ventures? Yeah. I don't talk to them like often, but we did have a meeting in the IRL. This was like a couple months ago at this point. Shit. Sorry, Brian. But yeah, we had a meeting last year to talk about things and just catch up. And yeah, Brian's a real nice guy. I definitely want to work with him more often. But obviously, with my other commitments and with what he's looking to do, obviously it's not, with the food industry getting impacted with the whole Colonial Macaroni, it is kind of hard to do the types of videos that he's doing, but he's making it work, doing the best he can. So yeah, it just depends on project lining up, timeline lining up, stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of the blessing and the curse of being an editor / shooter, because I want to shoot more videos just so I can be more active in my editing approach, rather than just here's a bunch of footage, figure it out. At least this way I can kind of control a little bit, so that way we're not busy talking about a bunch of stuff I'm just gonna cut anyway. So, or have to deal with like shaky dab the camcorder shenaniganry that I've dealt with my fair share of. I'm not naming any names, but Eric. What? Anyway, so let's get back to editing the video.
Third one, right? Well, how many patties is this? 3 patties.
I'm pretty sure Japan does not have this.
Bullshit. Well, they don't have. You can add bacon. Ah, man. Too bad we didn't order that. That would be the perfect segue. It's like, yeah, we ordered the Wendy's USA triple. I've had it a couple times when I was really hungry for lunch. Not that often, just because if I eat too much, then I get really sleepy. So.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, that's how the.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, anyway, let's skip around.
The drinks and all that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but
This they got the jalapeno. I'm kind of tempted.
that's cool. They got the little menu on this side there.
Huge. The jalapeno. I'm kind of tempted to huge. The jalapeno. I'm kind of tempted to try their salad, but I don't know. Do you want a salad, bub? You want to try their salad?
What would I... No, sorry for the plane noise. What would I do if you automatically were getting $3 grand a week and you didn't have to work? That'd be nice. Is that like $12K a month? Shit, dude. If that was the case, I'd probably be doing a lot more shooting of my own stuff. And, you know, working to help others, of course, but I would be a lot more focused on doing my own stuff, building my own production company and stuff like that. So plans, right? Yeah, when that first check hits, man, yeah, definitely hitting up some good old clean fun, of course. But afterwards, once I had my all my orifices cleaned, yeah, I'd probably be doing traveling when it's safe. And shooting a lot more stuff. If I had that scale of money, though, I'd probably focus on building a team and like starting up my own production studio. So that way I would be either like the talent / director, probably more in line of like a director, and then have other people be like the hosts, so I don't have to deal with it. Yeah, just start up my own production agency, basically. Get going with that. And, yeah. Because, you know, $3 grand a week, $12K, like shit, I could get cameras, lights, camera, action at the soap lands. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the fun part of doing what I'm doing, is that like even if I made enough money to where I didn't have to do it, I would still do it. You know, it would just be a different approach, and I would probably, you know, if I were to do my own stuff, you know, I'd do that, but I'd also scale up and start an agency so I could like really help people rather than put everything on myself. And that's actually kind of my long-term plan as well, whether it's in Japan or like elsewhere, is to start up my own production agency. So that way we can like work with clients a lot more officially, rather than just like, hi, I'm a guy with a camera, let me help. IR filmmaker, basically. Are you YouTuber? Oh yes, I am. Sorry, ADD moment.
There's salad, but I don't know. Do you want a salad?
Okay,
You want to get a salad? Alright, I'll get a burger, you can get a salad. So we can try their salad, but try their salad.
Okay, so we'll cut back on...
You want to get a salad? Alright, I'll get a burger, you can get a salad.
Okay, so we'll just cut to like here. Yeah, having the reflections and stuff kind of sucks. And that's something I noticed even with a video we did at the kiosk in Japan, was it had that weird sort of iridescent sort of thing on the screen. It was a little annoying, but at least when you're facing straight along, it actually looks nicer. All you have to worry about is the glare.
You want to get a salad? Alright, I'll get a burger, you can get a salad. So we can...
You're getting a chicken sandwich.
Ooh, salads look nice, actually. I think this Parmesan Caesar looks good, or the sauce. Or you can get a salad.
So, yeah, again, we're just making the cuts like really short. I might even end up cutting this. Well, actually, no. We'll figure it out.
Parmesan Caesar looks good, or the...
Need to turn the ray tracing. Yeah, totally. There you go.
The Southwest. Oh, you can't eat avocados, huh? This one sounds good.
Okay, so we'll skip that.
Look at that. They even got like a little fireplace. This is cool.
That is cool. It's reflecty, so you can't really see it, but.
Look at that. They even got...
Okay, so yeah, we'll I guess we'll have to.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Jalapeno. I'm kind of tempted to try their salad. You want to get a salad? All right, I'll get a burger. You can get a salad.
Okay, so we'll just skip ahead. So do that. So
You can get a salad. Look at that. They even got like a little fireplace. This is cool. Fireplace. This is cool.
yeah, you can't really see it, but there it is.
Fortunately, you can't eat in America right now. So, well, California, you can't eat in. So,
Yeah.
no fireplace.
They got the spicy nugs. Yeah. I wish Wendy's Japan had the spicy nugs. That's good shit, man. Nug life.
I might get the classic chicken sandwich.
Oh, you know.
Okay, so I guess we'll. So I don't think they end up with the salad, do they? No, that's Eric's stuff. Oh, they did. Okay, cool. So I'll leave the salad bit in. Just again, it's storytelling, so it's kind of that classic like filmmaking trope of if you show a gun, you better shoot it, right? If you see a gun on the wall, you better shoot it.
This is cool.
I might get the classic chicken sandwich.
Oh, you're not going for the salad? I'll get a big burger you can share if you want.
No.
Alright.
Okay. What do you...
Share if you want.
Okay, so
Alright, well, I'm gonna try this one. Just because.
The pretzel bacon puff double.
I don't think I can handle a double. Let's try more. Yeah, I think I'll go for just a single. Get one of those.
yeah, okay, so
Alright, well, I'm gonna go for.
cool. So alrighty. Oh shit. Yeah, it happens sometimes. A little slip of the wrist.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try this one.
Skip.
Just because.
The pretzel bacon puff.
I don't think I can handle a double. Let's try more. Yeah, I think I'll go for just a single.
Did they show that a little better?
Just a single.
Okay, something like that. Is there a reason you chose the Navy over the other branches? Well, my thing is I wanted to travel, and I knew most of the other branches, once you get stationed there, you're pretty much there unless you go on deployment, and most of the other branches, if you go on deployment, you're just sitting in a sandbox, and that wasn't really too appealing to me. And plus, like Army and Marines were like, very physically demanding, and I'm not that physical of a person, so I wanted to do something that was more intellectually stimulating versus physically stimulating. So I was thinking either Air Force or Navy, and I wanted to go Air Force initially just because at the time they had started a new cryptologic wing, and my cousin, she had just gotten out of the Air Force, and she was kind of doing that like white hat hacker type stuff back when she was stationed out in, I believe, in Hawaii somewhere. So I thought, man, that's pretty cool. You get stationed in Hawaii, you do a bunch of cool like hacker type shit. Like fuck yeah, let's do that. But when I joined, keep in mind this was 2010, so we were in the Midwest in Mercagen land. We were in the middle of the recession, so I couldn't get a job like anywhere, like not even at Wendy's, So, I wasn't the first one to have the bright idea of, well, if you can't get hired anywhere, join the military, right? Because, you get guaranteed checks on the 1st and 15th. So a lot of the other recruitment offices were closed because they had, like, way too many people join. So, most of the time they're like, super open, and they go to the schools and, like, try to recruit people and stuff like that. They just had, like, a flood of people, especially in Ohio, because, all the manufacturing jobs were... people were getting laid off, and nobody had money to go to college or any of that other stuff. So a lot of offices were closed, including the Air Force office, because I went there and they were closed. So I figured, all right, we'll try Navy, see what they have to offer. And they were like super good. They were like, all right, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna get you in. We're gonna make this happen. I'm like, all right, cool, sold. You know. And plus, my other cousin, he was in the Navy. Well, two of my cousins were in the Navy. One retired. The other just got out at the end of his term. And they were stationed out in Yokosuka back in the early 90s. So they were the ones that kind of got me started with this whole love of Japan, because they would, you know, send me back a bunch of stuff from Japan. I thought it was just like so cool, you know. They're the ones that kind of got me started with that. So I figured, it'd be kind of nice if I got stationed in Japan, but I don't know if it's going to happen. You know, I figured I'd just do my 4 years, deuce out, go to college, get my degree, and then head to Japan to become an English teacher. Figure it out from there. But, you know, a lot can happen in 4 to 6 years. Especially if you guys have followed my channel, you'll know that for a fact. Ended up getting orders out to Yokosuka, same place that they were stationed at back in the early 90s. You know, nearly 20 years later, I get stationed out there myself. And, yeah. You know, I got to see the same sites that they did. Obviously, 20-year difference. There's a lot of different things there. And just got to see the world, man. You know, it was a wonderful experience. And it got me out of Mercer County, Ohio, where I was at before. You know, just... It's one of those places where, you know, you have to leave or else you're going to get stuck there for the rest of your life. And, you know, it's a nice, sort of safe environment for the most part. I mean, there is, like, crime and shit like that, too. But, you know, compared to other parts in America, it's relatively safe. And, you know, it's a good place to raise kids. But, I don't know. It's one of those, like, kind of small-town things where, you know, if you don't get out, then you'll never leave. So I wanted to leave. And, you know, at the Navy, I was just so wanting to travel the world. But I had, like, no money. So I just did all that shit on Uncle Sam's dime, right? So, and even out of the Navy, also doing it on his dime. Well, not right now, but, like, soon, once I get back to school, you know. So, yeah, that was the basic reason why I chose the Navy over the other branches. You know, Army and Marines were out because not very physical, and Air Force denied. Well, they weren't even open, and they later denied me because they had like way too many applicants when I went there later. So, you know, Navy was the only one who really gave a shit. You know, so yeah, thank you. Well, you know, you kind of get to a point where you just got to figure out what you want in life, you know. Like, at that point, man, you know, if you were to look back at my my history, you know, there's a lot of things to where, like, I would be, like, the last person you'd expect to actually make it in Japan, you know. Like, if you were to tell, you know, 2004, freshly graduated from high school me, that I'm going to live in Japan as a video editor, I'd be like, what? You know, because that sort of thing didn't exist back then. Hell, it didn't even exist, like, just a couple years ago, you know? You know, I believe that a lot of, you know, there's a lot of things where I have really bad timing, as we've talked about earlier in the stream. But there's also a lot of things that I have really great timing with. So, you know, in this current health situation, old Clone Macaroni, well, it did kill off a lot of opportunities for me. You know, it effectively killed off the Andy Japandi channel, which I was really sad about because I was really looking forward to making Japan videos and going out and doing stuff and traveling and, you know, really looking forward to starting that series off, you know, and it effectively killed it off, basically. But at the same time, it gave me a lot of opportunities, you know, namely with college, because, you know, I didn't have to go to in-person classes anymore. I didn't have to live, you know, so close to the campus in Tokyo, so I could live further out in a place that's a lot less expensive and a lot less hustle bustle, you know. And it would save me a lot in travel fare, for sure. And it would also, you know, without having to worry about commute times, you know, it would allow me to work, you know, a lot more than I would if this whole cloning macaroni didn't happen, you know. So, like, I can effectively, even just like right now, like what I'm doing for Eric, like, you know, I can do this, and then later, once I'm done with this video, I'm going to work for another video for another production company I work for. And, you know, if this whole work from home thing wasn't a thing, like, I would have to, like, as soon as I'm done working with this, I'd have to pack up everything, get on a train, go to Tokyo, and that's like, you know, an hour or so, depending on whatever. So that's like an hour just literally hauling myself out to the office. Whereas once I'm done with this video, it's like, okay, cool, next project, done. You know, like literally. And I know I've done this before, so, but it bears repeating. So my former commute, which would have been getting from here to the station I go to, about an hour away, like my only commute would be from there to here. And sometimes I don't even get that far. Sometimes I just drag my laptop to my bed, you know. So that's pretty nice. And, you know, I was trying to map out like the logistics of me getting an arubaito, a part-time job out in Japan. And, you know, we were talking about, you know, back when classes were still in person, you know, like maybe like in between classes, me taking a train from Shibuya to another part in Tokyo where their office is to like do some work, and then get back on the train, go back to class, and like at best I would probably have like 2 hours of actual work time to do anything, because I have to worry about like, oh shit, you know, I got to get on the train, and then I got to get back on the train, versus now where like I literally just switch between projects, you know. And then I have another job where I'm off today, but I have another job where, you know, I just log into a virtual server. You know, they have their own little computers and stuff lined up, and do all my work that way. So, you know, it's a really good time to be doing what I'm doing, basically. And, you know, I feel, I know it's really cliche, but I feel really blessed to be doing what I'm doing when I'm doing it, you know. Even though I've lost a lot of opportunities because of old cloning macaroni, I've gained a lot more opportunities because of it, you know. And it's one of the things that's really hard for me to talk about online, just because it sounds very braggadocious, you know, especially like with other families like losing jobs and losing their houses and things like that, and losing loved ones as well. You know, for me to just sit here and be like, yeah, I just sit on my fat ass all day putting together YouTube videos, you know, yeah, good luck everybody else with your bootstraps and all that stuff. You know, it just comes off very braggadocious, so I don't like to talk about it too much. But no, it is what it is, man. Like, you know, 2020 was a banner year for me in a lot of ways, and now that I've set the groundwork, 2021 is going to be even better, for sure. And if you believe in zodiac stuff, this is my zodiac year, the year of the bull, so, or ox, or cow, or whatever. So, yep, it's going to be a lot of good things. So, anyway, I'm a little behind on comments. Still got to head off now. It's good catching up watching, man. Yeah, good seeing you too, Brendan. Don't be a stranger. You know, I usually go live around this time. I'm going to try to make things a little bit more regular as far as days go, but that's not going to happen until I move. So, but yeah, good seeing you on, and hope to see you next time. Anyway, getting back to MS's question, The White Hat military was closer. I've thought about getting that train still if you could still apply. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, with that particular thing with the Air Force, like the whole Air Force in general, especially that particular, they call them wings, so the cryptologic wing. Even though they just started it, they had like a shit ton of new applicants, so it filled up like really quickly. And then I couldn't get a job like anywhere in the Air Force at the time because, you know, the recession, can't get hired anywhere. So joined the military for the guaranteed paychecks on the 1st and 15th and housing eventually and stuff like that. So yeah, when they eventually did get back to me, they were like, "Yeah, we're full. We don't have any spots for you." And even with the Navy, they were having a tough time trying to find me spots. Like, you know, this is really taking it back. And I talked about this in like my early vlogs when I was joining the military, where I would go to MEPS to get screened and try to find jobs and stuff like that. And I went there like 3 or 4 times before I got anything. Because I would go there, like the first one was obviously, you know, I was overweight, so I got to lose some damn weight. So went on a really strict diet, lost the weight, went back. Okay, no jobs, shit. Went back again, no jobs, shit. And, you know, went back the next time, and they only had 1 job available. So it wasn't like, you know, they had sonar technician and then there was a bunch of other little jobs, you know. Like, it was literally sonar technician or nothing. And at that point, like, my stepdad was getting furious because, like, he wanted me out of the house. You know, he had that, like, old school mindset of, you know, once you're 18, you're fucking out of here. And I was 24 living there. So, yeah, and I wasn't working, so I wasn't able to pay rent. And so, you know, his patience was running thin. And it just was what it was at the time. Obviously, we're cool now, so no shade. That's just kind of how it was at the time. So I was just like, because I wanted something technical. You know, originally I wanted to be in IT, so I could say, well, you know, I got all this experience in the military, so once I got out, I could just, you know, put that on my resume and be like, yeah, you know, I worked for this thing and that thing and whatever. Obviously, once I was in the Navy and in the fleet and actually knew what ITs did, even if I became an IT, a lot of that stuff wouldn't translate over to the civilian sector. But there is a lot of it that does, you know, just not like the regular day-to-day stuff. So, but that was what I was originally going for, because they also trained in Pensacola, Florida, so I figured, oh, nice and warm, and it's not Ohio, so that's nice. And then they offered me this position of sonar tech, and that was like the only thing they had. And I was like, well, it's tech, so as a technician, and I just kind of convinced myself, and especially with the consideration that I didn't want to like turn a job down because my ass would be out in the street for sure. So I just kind of talked myself like, well, you know, it's not so bad. And you know, they said the A school is in San Diego, and I'm like, that sounds a lot cooler than Pensacola, Florida. You know, no shade to Gator Country, but you know, I originally wanted to go to California as well. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, it's not quite what I want, but it's close enough to what I want, and it's the only thing they got, so fuck it, right? And plus they had the push button advancement too, so basically once you had time and rate, then you automatically get promoted to E4. So you don't have to take the E4 exam, which is nice. And then STGs, sonar techs, get promoted very quickly, for better or worse. So, like, I got promoted to 2nd class, like, the first time I was up for it. So, like, once I got to my first ship, first time I took the test, got promoted, yeah. But, you know, it gets harder, obviously, you know, going up for E6, but that's okay. So, for my own intents and purposes, you know, I definitely chose the right position, you know. But it was just one of those things where, you know, I liked being a sonar tech. You know, I had an interest in what we were doing and thought it was pretty cool, and the quality of life is definitely a lot better than a lot of other rates in the Navy. So all things considered, I was doing pretty good, but I wasn't like in love with it. And at my command, they were like Super Joe Navy, so like if you didn't like love every single facet of your job, you were considered a fucking shitbag, and you're just the fucking worst, and we're gonna slot you with all these tasks and just shit on you your whole time. And that was kind of the case for me. And, you know, there's also some cases where eventually got to a point where I just kind of isolated myself. And, you know, looking back, I would definitely do things differently if that were the case. You know, I got a lot of my courage and confidence, like, after I got out of the military, because while I was in, they kind of, like, browbeat it out of me. You know? It's kind of funny, like, you know, some people think that they, you know, become more, you know, more mature and more composed and stuff, like, after they join the military, you know, like, once they join and stuff. But for me, it was, like, after I got out of that environment, you know, it took a couple years, as you guys know, to really get into the groove of things. But once I was in, man, you know, once I really got into, like, video editing especially, you know, once I got that calling, it was just like, all right, we're moving forward with this stuff. And again, with timing, you know, a lot of people are starting to realize, oh shit, I got to get into this YouTube game, or, you know, make a course or start up something, you know. And especially with a lot of these e-learning courses starting up because of, you know, what's going on around the air. Can't have in-person classes, so, you know, starting up these e-learning courses and getting that all prepped up, you know, it's a pretty good alternative and fairly lucrative too, you know. So definitely in talks with some peeps about doing more of that. So I could definitely see that being a very lucrative career for me, you know, setting up e-learning courses and other type stuff. It's not all like, you know, the super sexy, you know, videographer type shit, you know, we're on location traveling and stuff, but there's a lot of money to be had with it, so it does pay the bills.
Or just a single, get one of those.
Oh, Jesus.
A single.
Okay. Yeah,
You have so much what's in here. Well, I might get this.
Jalapeno.
Yeah.
The jalapeno popper salad. That sounds good.
okay, cool. So now that they have the jalapeno popper salad thing, I think we'll get rid of the earlier mention of it, maybe. Just for brevity's sake, yeah, we'll get rid of that.
I'll get a burger, you can get a salad. Look at that. They even got like a little fire. Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I think we'll just skip to that. Just for brevity's sake. So.
That's huge. Look at that. They even got like a little fireplace. Oh, you're not going for the salad? I'll get a big burger if you want. Alright, well I'm gonna go for...
Actually, we'll skip that part too. So, something else I'm doing more of is just kind of, especially in the first couple minutes, you know, you want to make sure it's, again, you know, tight loose. So make it, you know, fairly fast cuts and a lot of interesting as you can make it, you know. I can only work with what I'm given. So, you know.
Jalapeno popper salad? That sounds good. It might be spicy though, because the jalapeno. That sounds good.
Okay, we'll just cut there.
Can I say hold the jalapeno?
Oh.
Sing. Why don't you try the Caesar? Well, whatever you want to do. The indecisiveness has kicked in, huh? This is gonna take hours, guys.
Avocado, apple pecan.
Wow. Real fresh. Welcome to Wendy's.
That's a bag.
Oh, what is this? Apple pecan salad.
Apple pecan salad. That's a bag.
Oh, what is this?
Okay, so I guess she ended up with this, not the jalapeno popper one. So we'll have to.
This is cool. I'm on 4. This is single.
So burger, got it. So we'll get these 2. I think that's the one she goes with. So yeah, we'll get that.
Single. Oh, what is this? Apple pecan salad.
Apple pecan salad.
That sounds good. Let's get a side of
Fries.
No, that sounds good.
Okay, let's get
Chili cheese fries.
Ooh,
Go up. There we are.
Puff fries.
Right there.
yeah, that's the one.
No, the chili cheese fries. Go up. A side of
Fries.
No, the chili cheese fries. There we are.
Puff fries.
Right there. Chili cheese fries.
Okay. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Fries.
Right there. Chili cheese fries. Cheese fries.
Okay.
Have that. Okay, what else? And their milkshake. Can't.
It's called Frosty.
Frosty. Apparently this is what they're known for. What should we do? Should we go for a chocolate? Frosty. Apparently.
Alright. Cool. So, this name.
Chili cheese fries. Frosty. Apparently this is what they're known for. What should we do? Should we go for a chocolate or a vanilla? I want to get the chocolate.
Can we do half? I think you can do a mix of both.
Okay. Let's try to get a mix.
I don't think you can. That would be awesome if you
Can we
could.
do small?
Yeah, let's do small.
Okay, so we'll get.
Can we do half? I think you can.
I want to get the chocolate.
That'd be awesome if you could do half and half Frosties. Shit.
Just chocolate then? Or you want?
You want
I think they used to do that
You want
back in the
vanilla?
day.
Alright, that's it.
nothing to drink?
No, I think
Should have
that's
gone from the kids. What's a?
it.
Oh, like they're like no, they're cheap.
Oh. Not enough food. Alright, so just to recap. Pretzel bacon burger. Just to recap. Alright, so
Alright, so. That's what he said. So. Is that the son's girlfriend? Yeah. Yeah, it's his girlfriend, Jules. Dude's got it. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, she's been on a couple of videos. You know? I kind of wish that they would, like, start making their own videos as well. But they're just not into making content like they're, you know, like Eric is. But I think, you know, if they want to, they could make like a really good YouTube channel for sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be food stuff, but like, you know, surfing or whatever else they're into. Because like I'm really interested in, you know, Cali life. You know, just chill vibes, surfing, stuff like that. That's something I'd be into. You know? Didn't necessarily have to be all food related. But if they want to go that route, you know, there's plenty of good places in LA for sure.
alright, so
But yeah. He's definitely got to work on the angles for sure. Could watch Jake and Bake for Cali stuff. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that's right. He moved, didn't he? Old Jake and Bake. Last time I saw him when he was in America, he was like up in Portland, Oregon. I guess he was like visiting family or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, he was going to like dispensaries and all kinds of weird shit. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's mostly car stuff though, and bikes around. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean the dude's no pun intended, but the dude's got it as far as money goes. You know, he made a killing doing Japan IRL live streams. Like, you know, most people, you know, they visit Japan. You know, I know Andy Milanakis did a lot of stuff doing that. you know, pre-Colonial Macaroni days. But yeah, that'd be another cool thing to do. Now that I think about it, is doing live. Well, for me, you know, doing the IRL live streams. That's something I really want to do more of once I move to the beach. I can do beach streams, but I also want to do like bike live streams too. So, you know, with GoPro, you can attach it to your phone or whatever, and do live streams that way. So I figured just have the GoPro front of the bike, and just take you on a little tour. And that's what I originally wanted to do when I was living out here, but you know, stuff happens, and doing IRL live streaming too much throttles my data, so that's why I kind of stopped. That's why I stopped the Breakfast in Tokyo series. Nice. All right, so I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Been keeping gainfully hydrated, so I'll just let this play for a bit to kind of show you where I'm at so far, and we'll go from there. All right, so start at the beginning. It's probably not gonna take me that long. Probably won't even make it past the intro because it'll be real fast. But here you go. Here's what we got so far. So enjoy.
Hey, what's up, Team Get Some? I'm Eric Surf 6. Welcome to another episode of Eric Mealtime. And in today's episode, we're doing Wendy's Combination First Kitchen. We're in Japan. But this is also a collab with my son and his girlfriend, who are in California.
What is up, guys? I'm Dude's Got It, and today we're being joined by
Surprise.
Julie. She's back again. And today we're doing another episode of Eric Mealtime USA versus Japan, and we are going to Wendy's. We're going to be trying out Wendy's today.
So we're comparing Wendy's USA to Wendy's Japan. We'll see who does better. Let's check it out.
I myself have actually, surprisingly, I've never been to Wendy's, and I've never tried their food. I heard a lot about them, and I'm kind of excited to try their food and see how good it is. Have you ever tried Wendy's?
I did. Well, not their burgers. I just go for their smoothies. It's not smoothies. It's a milkshake, but that's about it. I'm not really familiar with their burgers or their sandwiches. If they serve sandwiches, I've never really looked at their menu. But yeah, that's the only experience I have with Wendy's.
Yeah, she told me there's good milkshakes there. So let's go check it out and see what they got. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now what do? It's a computer. Chicken consomme. I've heard from somebody that that's good.
Is
Okay. Did we get it?
You got two of them now.
Now we got two of them.
That's a cancel.
Cancel? Is it going to cancel everything? Or just...
It should.
oh dang, you didn't make it past the intro?
No.
Wow.
That's fine.
Oh, nearly
So
2 minutes.
before
Dang, I didn't think I was
I've
taking that long.
accidentally ordered two
My bad.
fries, and I only want one, and I can only cancel.
Okay. There you go. First 2 minutes of the new Eric Mealtime. Little sneak peek. Thanks to your boy Danny saying Samadishta. Cool. Yeah, I didn't think I was taking that long. But okay. Yeah, good morning. Yo, Monarchy! Ohio. Gozai morning. Ohio Gozaru. What is up? I'm hoping finals are going to be going good for you. I don't know if they're this week or next. But yeah, best of luck to you on those. For class. Right on, right on. Yeah, you just caught me. I just got back from the bathroom, so I'm editing a new Eric Mealtime vlog. Video, whatever. Yeah. So, we're doing a Wendy's USA versus Wendy's Japan video collab with his son, the Dude's Got It, and his girlfriend. Next week. Ah, nice. Gonna leave my BF's house tonight and go stay this weekend. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a good time. Hopefully you were able to, well, I mean, obviously, you know, got final projects and stuff done, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, loves me some Eric Mealtime. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of stuff. for review. I don't know why that was up for review. Whatever. Yeah, Wendy's is pretty good. The Wendy's First Kitchen stuff. You know, I haven't never had the. Yeah, he's a machine. Yo, Steve, dude, what's going on, man? It's been the hottest of minutes. Hopefully, all is well. Goodness, we're getting everybody here in the chat today. Awesome. Good to see you on here. But yeah, just editing a new Eric Mealtime for those just joining. We're doing a comparison between Wendy's Japan and Wendy's America. Ah, right on, right on.
Just to recap, pretzel bacon burger, apple pecan salad, chili cheese fries, and the milkshake. Let's check out. Yoink.
I don't know if it shows prices, so.
The milkshake. Let's check out.
Okay, you might skip ahead for.
Into the slot.
Oh, yeah, we'll skip that ahead. Thankfully, you don't see it, so it's okay. I don't know if he's gonna show price. I think he shows price later.
Where's our receipt?
I think it comes.
I think you can ask over there.
You don't even print out a receipt. All right.
Oh, they don't print out a receipt? Oh, okay.
Wow, now that looks delicious. Ooh,
Okay. I don't think he mentioned the price or showed it. Oh, wait, there it is. It's $20.97. Nice. You can check out by machine instead of just a person. I think that's more convenient. Yeah, I mean McDonald's had that stuff as far back as 20. Well, they've had it earlier, but I noticed it back in 2018 when I worked for them when I was still living in Ohio. Not one of the brighter periods of my life, but yeah, it was just one of those things, you know, where they had the stand-up kiosks, and you could just go in there and order. You can go to the counter and order too, and a lot of old folks tend to do that anyway. But they would have us, you know, if I was working cashier, just literally stand by the kiosk and like help people order. It was kind of dumb, but whatever. Yeah, and I guess they don't print out receipts, which is nice, you know, save paper and stuff, so that's cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, they you know, they have some of these kiosks in Japan too. They had one at the Wendy's we went to. They have some at Burger King. McDonald's, they don't have them from what I've seen, but you can like order through the app and just like do pickup. That's what most restaurants do. So if you have like their little app, and they have like coupons and stuff like that to like entice people to use the app. So if you have like a mobile order or something like that, like you can check in at a restaurant and you know, it'll show up on the screen, so you don't have to do anything. So that's pretty nice.
Let's check out. Yoink.
Okay, so I think we'll cut. Actually, no shit. Nah, dang it. Redo the redo.
Check out.
Okay, so we'll kind of. Hopefully that's long enough. Yeah, app ordering is definitely where it's at. I totally agree, Steve. It's way easier. You know, like what Moniki was saying, you know, you can better customize stuff because, like, in America, they're a little more able to, like, work with you on things. But in Japan, I don't know how it is in Korea, but in Japan, if it's, they don't usually like doing custom orders. They've kind of come around to it a little bit, but it's still in its infancy. So it's just best to, you know, just do it on the app so you don't have to explain yourself. But, you know, if you go to like Burger King or something like that, you know, it's pretty easy. But yeah, app ordering is where it's at. You just, you know, they, like I said, they run coupons, and yeah, Korea wasn't a custom order place either. Yeah, they're real picky about that stuff. Like, if it's not on the burger, if it's on the burger, it comes with it, you know? You just expected to pick it off yourself or whatever. So what we'll do here, even though it's just a second long, wait, I might be able to get away with it, maybe. So like, might be able to extend that almost 2 seconds. Okay. So what we'll do, and he might explain this later, so I might end up deleting this clip, I don't know. But just to do a little CYA, a little more than that, we'll just focus in on the price. Come on. That is... Okay, so what we'll do, the fun little trick, is we use warp stabilizer. Now, warp stabilizer is normally used to, well, stabilize a clip, so if there's too much shaking going on, it looks a lot smoother. But what you can also do is have no motion and just have it locked in place. So, we'll just, see it's like locked in place there, right? So all you got to do is use the motion and just kind of have it like that. I'll have to darken that a little bit because you can hardly see it, but that's a pretty easy fix. So yeah, it does. Warp stabilizers activate. So you can just have it like if there's a moving shot but you want it to be static, just have it as no motion. So see, it's just static to that, versus when it's off, then it's like all over the place and it's like, what the hell's going on? So that might be an upcoming tutorial on my video editing channel, Adam Media, ADYM Media, how to make footage. I wouldn't say static because people might confuse it with like the static effect. But yeah, like you can zoom in on things and rock fucking solid, baby. You know. Now don't worry about the quality because I have it at 1/4, so it plays smoother. Obviously, when it's zoomed in, it's you can tell, but y'all get it. So we'll add a little bit of Lumetri color to basically make this a little more contrasty, so you can read the text a little bit better. Yeah, we'll just yeah, geez, I'll make it full just so I can see it better. So yeah, we'll I might adjust exposure, but no, you can just adjust highlights. Highlights is fine. Yeah, and with adjusting these sorts of things, it's better to underdo it than overdo it. Just a little pro tip for y'all. So just kind of do it at like -40, so you have a little bit of room to work with here. And yeah, we'll bring it up to like 15. And I usually don't mess with that, just because you see all the artifacting and stuff like that. It's not something I mess with, but I gotta try, right? So, and then exposure, it's very sensitive. Like even just like I usually bump up like 0.5, but even that's like too much. So yeah, just don't fuck with it. Basically. So. And you can still see the price relatively, so it's good. It's good. A little staticky, but it's aight. We'll survive. It's only 2 seconds, so. Alright, so we did the things, and yeah, so, bam. I am curious, though, to see if it has, like, subtotal, or, I guess not, never mind. You never know. You never know. But yeah, so this is them ordering, them kind of looking through some stuff and things. I don't know if I'm gonna use any of this, to be honest.
Yo, fish. That looks good. Lemonade. Go to America, there's no shortage of soda selections. Like, that's all you get. Like, just a bunch of sugar drinks.
Yeah, I might incorporate this just to kind of give you guys an idea.
And you go to America, there's
Yeah, I think I'll include that part, and then them, like, leaving. Just because I think it's really cool to see the Coke, what's it called, like the one, that's, the Freestyle, that's what it's called. Pepsi has something similar, too. They just call it something different. So do it like that. Yeah, soda, ne? Oh my god, I love those machines, man. Yeah, then nobody understands, nobody even thinks it's real. But yeah, raspberry Coke, chef's kiss. Underrated flavor. Underrated flavor. Oh my gosh. No, this is the American store. Sorry, Monarchy.
And you go to America, there's no shortage.
Yo, Jason, what's up, dude? Good morning. Whose channel is this for? Eric Surf 6. Yeah, you can get super duper creative. Yeah, this is a new Eric Mealtime. So he's doing a collab with his son, kind of showing off, you know, American restaurants versus Japanese restaurants. This one is Wendy's. So he did one. I know where he's. Good seeing you on here. Good seeing you on here, Monarchy. Hope to see you again soon. And best of luck on finals next week. Study up. Then enjoy your month off.
So America, there's no shortage. No shortage. Of soda.
Soda, ne? Alright.
No shortage of soda selections. Like, that's all you get. Like, just selections.
Okay.
Sugar drinks.
Good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of good B-roll here, but I think for this one we'll...
I personally would pick. Tea, that'd be nice, but no, they don't.
Yeah, and then you just like tap like Coke and you have like different sub flavors, which he did not go for, but yeah, okay, whatever. Burger King has that too. Not the Japanese one, but let's see. So,
I didn't know they give you a free milkshake when you order. Right, the food is secure. Right, right.
So you have to give a little bit of breathing room. So usually when I start videos, that's why I have like a 5 to 10 second buffer. I don't start like immediately as soon as I hit record. So that way I can like cut that little part out and lead into the transition a lot easier. So just a little pro tip for y'all if you're making vids. Just give a little, it doesn't have to be super long, you know, maybe like 3-5 seconds or whatever.
Selections. The food is secure. I didn't know they give you a free milkshake when you order on the kiosk, so we ended up with 2 milkshakes. That is like way too much sugar for me. Alright. Food is secure. Let's go eat. Let's go eat.
I already said food is secure. I'm trying to eliminate, you know, a lot of repetitive stuff. Eric's been like really hounding me about that, so that's why there's some cuts where it's just like, why'd you cut there? So usually because he repeated something.
Up with 2 milkshakes. Let's go eat.
Okay, and that will be the transition. So I think. Okay, never mind. No. Okay, that should be good. All right, so progress report. All right, so this is the video that I shot with Eric. All on my camera, by the way, so it's nice and steady.
Enough.
Relatively. And then their stuff. So we'll basically just like cut back and forth, basically. So we'll get to around. So okay, so he starts off with chili, and then
No crackers necessary. We're off to a good start. So in Japan, Wendy's has merged M. So in Japan, Wendy doubled the burgers in one place. So this is udon tea.
Yeah, I think it's like after this one. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Throw. So that was the chili. What do you guys got for an hors d'oeuvre or a side menu item?
It's kind
So
of.
that was Wendy's chili. You guys got something that can bring the heat?
Maybe what if they don't? So that was Wendy's chili. What do you got? All right.
All right, cool. It's around here. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll just cut this up into sections because I shot this in like one take. That's not normally how I do it. Normally I cut in between stuff, but because of this particular seating arrangement, it's hard telling in here because I try to avoid it, but there's like a big buffer thing in between. So like I basically just like was sitting catty corner to Eric filming this because I couldn't sit directly in front of him, which is what I usually do, because they had this the shield in front. So the video in the American Wendy's is of his son. Yes. So yeah, his son is in the American Wendy's, and then we're in the Japan Wendy's here, where I end up having to order all the food. I probably should have tilted the mic towards me while I was doing that. It just kind of... It was one of those things where it just kind of happens all of a sudden, and I just had to roll with the punches. So it's all good. So yeah, I'll move those a bit more forward. And yeah, so let's see if that... No. And then over here, the assets for things. So drag. Oh, dang, that was way too far. So yeah, we'll just pull from that. So basically, what I have out here is like the outliers are the ending, which I'll slap at the very end, and obviously, and then I have the ratings, which I'll have to adjust the size because these are optimized for 1080, but this isn't a 4K because I shot in 4K. So just basically double it, and if it's not a 4, then I have the other rankings, which I can just literally just put on top and replace. So, and it's, it's just got the basically. Yo, do I do tutorials for beginner videos? Yes, I do. It's on my other channel, Adam Media, ADYM Media, which is short for Andy Do Your Magic Media. So, yeah, it's just something my mom would always say to me when I would go and edit videos back when I was still living in Ohio. She'd be like, "Alright, Andy, do your magic." So it's a little blurry, but yeah. No worries, Scotland. Nice. Love it. Yeah, and I'm actually going to be starting up doing more newer tutorials as well. I know that channel has been kind of lacking for a couple months. Just been busy working on other stuff, so it's been hard to, sit down and put together some stuff. But I have a whole list of ideas for things. In fact, let me pull that up real quick. Just make sure there's nothing too out there. But is it this one or the other one? Okay, so that's that one. I have like 2 folders for some reason of just video editing stuff. So I don't know why. Don't know why they're in separate folders, but just give you a little sneakity peekity at some upcoming tutorials. So there we go. Here's my desktop. Got the lovely view of Mount Fuji from my old apartment in Yokosuka. So we got that one, and then we got that one. So desu ne. I don't know why they're in separate folders. Oh, dang, this is some old-ass shit. Okay. Oh, now I remember. This is from a hard drive, that's why. Okay, so, yeah, I just get a couple ideas for stuff. So there's some that it's like video editing tutorials, and there's others where it's more just kind of YouTube-y type stuff. So, you know, I got one, you know, 5 of these steps on getting first 100 subs, buying your first camera, how to edit fast in Premiere, hardware editing versus software encoding, which is something I got to do something on. I did something similar when Adobe released their quick export. I did like a time test for that, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, hardware versus software, there's a significant difference. How to edit audio from video in Adobe Audition. I also want to do some Adobe Audition tutorials as well. Some actors, sounds great, good stuff. How to export videos directly to YouTube in Adobe Premiere, which I did with the quick export, but I'd rather make like a dedicated video on it. Yeah, also an intro for sure, yeah. How to extend or shorten music in Adobe Audition. This one's going to be a fucking good-ass tutorial, for sure. How to fix fast timeline playback. Oh, okay, there was like a fix for that. Because I got some people asking me in my playback lag videos saying, you know, they can't, like, stop it from, you know, playing back fast or something. And I was like, what the hell? How to live stream on Android. Okay. Sometimes I have like links to videos or posts or something like that to kind of give me an idea of, you know, doing some research on these ideas. Then there's some other ones I just kind of bring up. You know, I listen to a lot of Roberto Blake stuff, so I just kind of get some of his stuff. And, you know, if anything, it was, you know, stuff that he would say or whatever. There's, you know, some where it's like tweets, like YouTube wisdom. This was like a tweet thread for, when is this? This is like last year, I think. No, this is several years. 2018, shit. This is when I was first listening to Roberto Blake. Dang. But yeah, he's, this was just like a long-ass threads that I just, pulled just, you know, for my own motivation. You know. And it's also just a good way to really hammer home a lot of what I want to do for not just Eric, but for other people I work with too. You know, I keep on telling them, you know, thumbnail and title, that's the big one. You know, whereas before if you had like the right tags, and you know, obviously good thumbnail and title, but you know, tags were like the important thing back in the early days, and now it's just like, you know, the machine learning and stuff like that has gotten to a point to where it can basically figure out what the video is generally about, so, you know, tags aren't as important. I would still say they're important, especially for if you're building a channel, but for the more established channels, tags aren't as important. You know, and he said something about thumbnail too, because about packaging. Shit, I just saw. There it is. Mostly on YouTube, make quality content, aren't growing to put enough effort or energy into thumbnails. You're getting good at making them, but you expect people to know that you make quality videos with bad packaging. That's the thing, man. You know, people don't give a shit about your videos if they don't look good. You know, or if the thumbnail or the title isn't interesting. You know, that's the thing. And I definitely want to make a video kind of talking about this, because I also want my channel, my video editing channel, to be not just video editing tutorials, but also just kind of talking about YouTube-y type shit, because, you know, like I said, I've been doing this for over 15 years now, and, you know, I just want to share what I've learned. And yeah, I'm not like a super big YouTuber with millions of subs and gajillions of dollars and all this stuff from ad revenue, but, you know, I've been at this for a while, and like to share what I learn, and it's not something a lot of YouTubers that have been around as long as I have, and, you know, have the amount of subs that I have and all this, that, and the other. It's not something they share often because they think, you know, if I don't have 100,000 subs, nobody's going to give a fuck about what I have to say. But I think it'd be intriguing, if anything, because everybody's like, how much money do I make with, you know, 100,000 subs or 1,000,000 subs or whatever? But nobody makes, you know, videos of like, how much do I make with 1,000 subs? or 4,000 subs in the case of my video editing channel. You know, or if I want to add them all together, it'd be 6,000 some odd subs. And then for these are just like tutorials as well. So, you know, how to add multiple effects to multiple clips at once. I just got this idea when I was putting together footage, not for this Eric Mealtime, but for a project previous, where I was just like adding. I'd already like cut it up, but I realized like the audio was kind of shit, and rather than just like export it as a track and then edit the track, you know, I just add a bunch of effects to multiple clips. So that's an upcoming tutorial. And a lot of the basic stuff gets a lot of views, of course. There's a lot more people starting something than there are experts doing something. Just the reality of anything, not just video editing, but any field. You know, you're going to see a lot more material on how to get started doing something versus, hey, you've been doing this for years and years. Where do you go from here? Yeah. Oh, no worries, man. Hey, it's good seeing you. I hope to see you on here more often. I understand with the time zone difference, it's a little difficult, but I'm usually streaming around this time. You know, around 7 or 8 Japan Standard Time, whatever that is in Scotland. If you're close to like Meridian Time, basically. But yeah, you know, hope you have a good night. Anyway, getting back to these things, you know, you got another 5 tips to edit fast, J cuts, L cuts, zoom punch in effect, which I think I did already. Wave warp glitch, that was really cool when I was doing some like glitch effects and things like that. I already showed that one. Doing more with closed captions, that's going to be really big, especially since Premiere recently revised their captions workflow. And with the beta version, they're also doing text-to-speech captions to kind of get you started. I don't have the beta version, so I don't have that feature, but you know, once they hammer things out, I think it's going to be rolled out into the main version. So that's something to definitely look out for sure. Yo, what's up, Angel? Is there a way to eliminate glares from lampposts in Premiere that are shot during night? It's kind of hard, to be honest. I guess best I could say would maybe like adjust the contrast a little bit, but most of it's just how you shoot in the camera for that kinds of stuff. Best way to eliminate glare would be to use, you know, like polarizing filters. I usually use those. Because in addition to like making it darker, because they have like lighter ones, so it's not going to make the video too dark, especially if you're recording at night. So I would just get like a very low density polarizing filter. So you know, they have like ND2, ND4. I usually use ND4. Just something to kind of reduce glare. So I'd probably just use something light like ND2 or whatever. So that way it eliminates reflections. So, looking forward to more tutorials. Yeah, and as you can see, I have like a whole list of them. So, definitely no shortage of ideas here. It's just a matter of sitting down and putting them to work, right? So, that's basically where I'm at with that. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for more tutorials coming soon. Especially as I'm getting more time coming up here shortly to work on things. So, but yeah, let's move forward with this. So yeah, as you can see, they have this like film sneeze guard type thing blocking it, so I can't like shoot straight ahead like I normally do. So I have to sit like catty corner from him and just kind of do it that way. And like I'm leaned over because I don't want to like sit totally catty corner. I just want to because I know that, you know, Japanese people, you know, the servers or whatever would probably like tell me to sit correctly and everything. So you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. It's a balance for sure.
All right, I'm going for the chili first. This goes on it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alrighty. We have ordered up a bunch of stuff from.
So we'll get to that part so you can kind of see it, and it'll be a nice little transition in, even if it's really short. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not for me. So, not fuck.
Go eat!
Shit. Okay.
Go eat!
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta have a little bit at the beginning and end to work the transitions properly. So.
Go eat!
Alrighty. We have ordered up a bunch of stuff, and we are going to get into the chili first. The hors d'oeuvre is the chili.
Actually, we'll.
And we are going to get into the chili first.
And you can't really hear copyright music here, I don't think. It's not as loud as it is.
Oh, smells heavenly, and it comes with some hot chili sauce. Perfect. Oh, it's a chili oil.
Nice. Oh, that's at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll get the nice.
Oh, it's a chili oil. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that. What the heck? Still alive? You don't have work today? Well, I mean, this is my work. But as far as like other stuff, no, I have the day off, basically. So, yeah. 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 Yeah, so, yeah, I don't have, like, other work today. I just have, like, this, and then I'm going to work on some other client stuff. But I don't have to, like, go into work or whatever. So, that's why I'm streaming a little bit longer than what I usually do. Oh, dang, it's 11:15 already, dang. Didn't realize the time. It flies when you're having fun, right? So if that's the case, I'll probably be on for, at most, till noon. So another 45 minutes. And then I got a break for lunch. All this talk about Wendy's and burgers and stuff, man. Man's got me hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Go.
Yep. That's good stuff. So yeah, we'll just kind of cut it up a little bit. So, yep, we got this huge chunk. So we got both the chili and the oolong tea. This is... Oh, it's not that long at all. Like, almost 2.5 minutes. It's not bad.
Doesn't need any crackers.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any.
Yeah, something I've been doing a lot more of is just kind of cutting a lot of the in-between. I know some people may not like it when I cut a lot of the footage of Eric actually eating the stuff, but to me, you know, unless he's like actively like talking while he's eating, you know, or maybe like takes a small bite, has it quickly, and then kind of says the thing, then it's kind of like dead air, and most of the time you just hear all the noisiness going on in the background, so it can get kind of distracting. So that's why I kind of cut a lot of that stuff out. Like even sometimes, if he didn't have that reaction, it was just like chewing. Like literally, I would count the chews. So I'd usually do like 3 or 4. So like 1, or actually no, I'd do jaw drops. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So if he didn't have that reaction, I would have cut there. But since he had the reaction, I'm going to keep it. So it's a process. You know.
Mini crackers.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I kind of cut around there. And sometimes you try to pick a good face to land on. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't. But
oh, this is really good. I haven't had chili in a long time.
So I try to cut the stuff that has, like a good critique or whatever.
I haven't had chili in a long time. A lot of ground beef in here. The beans are good. The spice level's just right. Beans are good.
Probably cut to like here. So something similar. So
the spice level's just right. It's nice and thick. Nice and thick. It's nice and thick.
Alright.
Nice and thick.
Okay. So
Level's just right.
So we'll cut to there, because again he like repeats stuff, so I can get like a good take. So
nice and thick. Spice level's just right.
And he also likes to like bleed his words in, so sometimes you gotta like finagle it to make it sound right. But
Spice level's just right. Nice and thick.
Okay, that's good.
No crackers necessary.
I think he said no crackers necessary earlier, but
nice.
Okay, well, we'll just cut it there.
Oh. We're off to a good start.
Cut about here-ish. See where we're at.
We're off to a good start. So in Japan, Wendy's has, what's the word? Starts with the C. So in Japan, Wendy.
Yeah, he had some trouble with this one, so yeah, we'll leave the. Usually, I would cut like in between each individual item, but since this one is shot to where we did the little back and forth segment, so I was like, we'll include the long, and then we'll switch back to dude.
So in Japan, Wendy's has merged. Wendy's bought out First Kitchen. So in Japan.
Okay, dang it. Okay, so about there. And we'll do a little ripple edit. So another way to help you save time is to use ripple edit, ripple delete, whatever, just to save amount of keystrokes. Now if you were to do ripple delete, you just cut it there, so be S, because I have that as a hotkey, delete to delete it, which would automatically ripple delete, and then slide the little audio transition. But another way to save you some time is to simply, gotta line it up there. Okay, so another way to do it, just literally like one keystroke to like get it to that tool. You can either click on it or whatever. Just use the ripple edit tool, drag it to the spot, bam, there it is. Didn't have to add the transition or nothing. Already done for you.
So in Japan, Wendy's has bought out First Kitchen with Zoom. So in Japan.
So if you get these multiple takes and you think, oh, that's the one, and it's like, oh, that's not the one. And just use ripple edit tool. Drag it to your cursor, and there you go.
So in Japan, Wendy's has bought out.
Okay, and I think I'll make this a little tighter too. So
off to a good start. So in Japan, Wendy's has bought out the First Kitchen chain, which is a Japanese burger chain, and now they collab together. That's how it works. So you get double the burgers in one place.
There's.
So this is, I believe, is a First Kitchen product. The drinks I think are shared, but this is udon tea. So this is udon tea.
Yeah. And slap that constant power in there, so if he needs multiple takes, which might be the case, then you can just like slide it. So. Oh, nice. Alright, cool.
So this is udon tea, and it is unsweetened, which is the best kind of tea, I think. Yeah, better than Lipton. Oh yeah. All right. Lipton.
Just cut it there. And then he was doing the
Okay.
shoots.
Yeah. And throw it back to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was the chili. What do you guys got for an hors d'oeuvre or a side?
Yeah. He doesn't always hit it the first time, guys. So.
Something that can bring the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was kind of coaching him here. It's like, you got something to bring the heat? Because I wanted it to be like something kind of punchy, you know.
Wendy's chili.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, good having you on here, Siobhan. Maybe later you can listen to the post stream or whatever. So, yeah. Good night.
You guys got something to bring the heat? So that was Wendy's chili.
Okay, that's there. Okay. Then bam. Yeah, hotkeys are another great way to help you save time with editing. So normally when you hit delete, it's like that. It just leaves the big gap. And you're like, ah, crap, because you gotta like drag all the other stuff over. You know, you gotta drag the clip over. If you got other stuff, you gotta drag that over. So rather than do that, I have the delete key set as the ripple delete. So whenever I delete something there, it basically brings everything to the right of it over. Now, if you have something on top, then it won't do it unless you lock the layer up here. And then it'll just like move it over with everything else. So yeah, of course, man, this was a long stream. This is the last one. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I didn't quite. How long have we been on anyway? Oh, dang, like over 2 hours now. Dang. Yeah, I'm not usually on this long. Usually it's around the 2 hour mark. You know, I start to kind of go home, as they say in wrestling terms, but I try to wrap things up, basically. But yeah, so hope you get your fill for sure.
Lipton. So that was Wendy's chili. What do you guys got for a side order?
I thought I said bring the heat. Yeah. I think that was this take right here.
Okay. So that was Wendy's.
There we go. Yeah, I like this take better.
So that was Wendy's chili. You guys got something to bring the heat?
Dang it. Should have held it. Okay. There. Alrighty. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Like, be sure to hold your poses a couple extra seconds. That way there's not that awkward transition. So, yep. So, let's see, he's got some of that. I don't know if we'll use this one. I'm just kind of talking about stuff and things.
You like the meat delivery system?
Yeah, I
And versus USA.
So I don't know if we're gonna use this one because I think there's like multiple takes. Looks like okay, maybe the camera died or something. I'm not sure. But we'll get into it. So we'll just grab these two clips and figure it out. Oh.
Yeah, better than Lipton.
Hey, I just noticed something. I just noticed something. So, I forgot to put the hard limiter on the clips for Eric once he came back in. So we'll get a little sneak preview of an upcoming tutorial that I'm going to be doing, how to add multiple effects, or how to add effects to multiple clips at once. So, hey guys, Andy here, and today I'm going to teach you how to add multiple effects in Adobe Premiere Pro, or at once in Adobe Premiere Pro. So first you got your effect here. You just right click, copy, then you got your clips here. You drag and select them, and then you just hit Control or Command V on your keyboard, and you see the little effects thing here turn purple, which means that there are effects added to all the clips, and it's just that easy. There you go. I'll probably have to adjust the volume, maybe.
A bunch of stuff, and we are going to get into the chili sauce. Perfect.
Seems a little quiet, especially coming from here where it's
Order on the kiosk.
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll just have like a quick little, like, you know, nothing burger clip, and we'll paste the one clip on here, hard limit, right? So since it's a lot quieter, we'll experiment with 6. Actually, it'd probably be best if yeah, I got an idea. Okay, so I did this wrong. No. Well, so this, boop. So we'll go ahead and copy, not that, jeez. So, fuck. So we'll go ahead and copy this one.
You guys got something to bring?
Yeah, it's a little quiet. Or not quiet, but loud. So we'll copy a quiet clip so we can get an idea.
Need any crackers?
Nah, it's not a good clip. We'll just go at the beginning. So select that. It's kind of a roundabout way to do things, but at least you'll be able to get a better idea. So paste the hard limiter on there, and then you can just adjust from here. So we have it set in X6. We'll boost it rather than cut it because, you know, we're in a quieter environment.
Alrighty, we have ordered up a bunch of stuff, and we are going to get into the chili first.
Okay, that's pretty good. Probably boost it up to 8 if we want.
Alrighty, we have ordered up a bunch of stuff, and we are going to get into the chili first.
Nice. Okay. So, and then from there, right-click, copy, and you select your clips, and then Control-V to paste, and you just eliminate that clip because you don't need it anymore. So now it's all going to be the same thing.
Bunch of stuff, and we are going to get into the chili first. Oh, smells heavenly, and it comes with some hot chili sauce. Perfect. Oh, it's a chili oil. Nice. There you go. Doesn't need any crackers. I haven't had chili in a long time. A lot of ground beef in here. Beans are good. The spice level's just right. Nice and thick. We're off to a good start. So in Japan, Wendy's has bought out the First Kitchen chain, which is a Japanese burger chain, and now they collab together. That's how it works. So you get double the burgers in one place. So this is udon tea, and it is unsweetened, which is the best kind of tea, I think. Yeah, better than...
Today I learned Japan has Wendy's. Very nice. Yo, what up, Dion? How's it going? Yep, they got Wendy's. It's a collaboration with the restaurant chain First Kitchen. So they're Wendy's First Kitchen type deal. So in addition to the Wendy's stuff, you can also get like pastas and drinks and things like that as well. Pretty cool.
Something to bring the heat.
Nice.
Guys, so we got the food. Alright, guys. Food. Look at this. So the condiments first. Pecans. 2 choices of pecans. Actually,
I don't know if I'm going to show this, but we'll figure it out. Again, they didn't really give me much room to work with, so it just kind of is what it is. Shogunai, my guy.
You guys got something to bring the heat?
All right, guys. So we got the food.
Yeah, it's a little fast, but
Something to bring the heat?
All right, guys. So we got the food. Look at this. So the condiments first. Pecans.
this isn't a very long clip. Yeah, this isn't a very long clip. It's what was it? Yeah, just a little over a minute. So I'm not going to be super brutal with cutting this one like I was with the earlier stuff, and plus there's no background music or anything like that. They are outside, and with the other videos I've done with them outside, there are other hazards that I have to account for. So because they don't have like a dead cat or any other like wind suppression for their mic, I have to cut out a lot of stuff. Like if there's a wind gust, which I think is around here-ish, looks, judging from their waveform.
Fries and some.
Oh no, it's just them talking. We have to cut that stuff out. There's also a lot of construction going on, so I gotta cut that stuff out. But yeah, it's just things you gotta look out for as an editor, for sure. But if you're also the shooter, then you have a lot more control, usually, over the situation. So we'll center it. And that one's already centered, so that should be good. Yeah.
Heat?
All right.
Heat?
All right, guys.
To bring the heat?
All right, guys. So we got the food.
Not bad.
Look at.
Yeah, it doesn't. There we go. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that.
The heat?
All right, guys. So we got the food. Look at this. So condiments first. Pecans. 2 choices of pecans.
Yes, I did speed it up, so you have to adjust your set. So I did this in another tutorial, but a good way to scrub through like a lot of footage really fast is to just use key commands to speed up the footage. So for this, you can hit L to play.
Actually, I think they're the same.
So in addition to the space bar, which plays and pauses, you can also hit L to play. And if you hit L again, then it speeds up the footage, and it keeps multiplying. So it starts with like 2x, then like 4x, then 8x, 16, so forth. But past 4, it doesn't play audio. So usually I just hit it at 2x, so I can still listen and scrub through footage pretty fast. So L twice.
2 choices of pecans. Actually, I think they're the same. Our dressing for our salad. 2 things of ranch. Of course, can't forget the ranch. And look at this, the burger. Ooh, they even have fries in it. Not bad. Bacon fries and some pickles, I see. Ooh, and some cheese. And now some chili cheese fries. And that looks, I know, that looks good. Comes with the beans as well. And then we got our little salad. The salad actually looks really good. Like, it's leafy. It looks really like a lot of volumes in there. And this is our setup right here. We have to shoot in this little corner.
It's literally like for handball.
Yeah.
It's like a handball court.
Because our neighbors are loud and it's windy, so we're going to be shooting right here. And the whole
Ah, finally. Nice. I don't know if I want to include that or not.
in there. And this is our setup right here. We have to shoot in this little corner.
It's literally like a handball.
Yeah.
It's like a handball court.
Because our neighbors are loud and it's windy, so we're going to be shooting right here. And the whole everyone can see us. Everyone can see us.
Yeah. Normally I cut that part off, but I think it's kind of like fun and charming, especially for what they do. So yeah, usually for collabs, you know, especially with you know, Dude's Got It, stuff like that, I try to include as much of their stuff as possible, just because, you know, Eric likes to put them on, so I would include as much of their stuff as possible. But especially in the beginning, you know, just cut a lot of stuff, especially with like copyright music. But again, you know, this is a good example of the tight loose method. So as you can see, you know, especially here, this is where you know, the dude and Jules were ordering food, so I had to be very judicious with my cuts. Cut a lot of stuff so I can avoid copyright stuff. Then you get some more reasonable chunks up here. You know, you get a little bit of B-roll here and here, stuff like that. So, pro W tips and first choice food. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Dion. Speaking of which, like the one thing that I notice whenever I'm editing food-based videos is I got to make sure I'm well fed. Otherwise, these can be pretty painful to edit. Not gonna lie. That's the only drawback about doing about editing food videos. For food videos, you're never short of work, and you get a bunch of cool ideas of places to eat around Japan. and other places. But you got to make sure you're fed before you edit these videos. That's why I usually do it like in the mornings, right after breakfast, or during breakfast, and right after lunch. So that's why I don't usually stream during this time, because usually I'm eating or working on other stuff, not food related. But yeah.
Alright guys, so that wraps it up. Unfortunately, as we wrapped up our meal, little salad. The salad. And in my honest opinion, I would give Wendy's out of 1.
Okay, so this is okay. So I see. So okay. So I got these a little out of order. That's okay. Just move them around. Just do a little rearranging. Nothing too serious. So I like to keep them separated so that way I know what track is what. That way I know it's like, okay, this is for Dude and Jules. This is also for Dude and Jules. This one's for Eric. And you can tell by the name, of course. You know, the naming conventions. P for the Panasonic camera I shot on. C, they shot on a Sony, I believe, because Eric has the same naming convention for his little action cam. Then Vid, shot on a cell phone. So, but, you know, if I'm just eyeballing it. Little separations, just fun little visual cues, so that way it's good for you to know, because if I were to just like kind of put a pin in this project and go eat or work on something else, that way I know like where I left off. So usually I do stuff like this, or you know, I move it to tracks like this to where it's like a little visual cue. Or you can also add markers too, like you know, for some of the work that I do, you add markers. So, like, you can literally just do it like that. Put in stuff in the comments, whatever the case. Like, you can even, it's not on here, but it's on my other workstation, where you have, like, a marker menu going through stuff. So, yeah, I'll just delete that one. But, yeah. And markers are good, especially if, you know, you have somebody else go over it with, like, graphics or whatever. So if you're just doing, like, the raw cuts, and then you have, like, your graphic person putting overlays and stuff on it, so that way they know, okay, this is the marker for this graphic overlay, or they're talking about this thing, or whatever the case. I've seen a lot of editors use that workflow, and I use it for some client work as well. But for stuff that just me doing it, I usually try to keep it as streamlined as possible, and especially since I'm doing everything, then, you know, the less time I'm worried about markers, the more time I have to edit the footage. But if I'm not the only one going over this, then obviously I gotta add the markers, so, you know, it's a trade-off, but it just depends on what you're doing. So
yeah,
it's like a handball court.
Because our neighbors are loud and it's windy, so we're gonna be shooting right here. And everyone can
oh, see, yeah, he's shooting on a cell phone there. So that was from the previous footage.
All right, is that recording?
Yes. Let me double check all that.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, guys, and we are back, back at it again, and this time a little echo. It sounds a little weird.
We'll skip.
It's not, we can hear, but we'll see how this sounds.
Hopefully it doesn't get picked up.
I know, it's like, it's either the...
Oh. Well, if they don't want the echo, here's a fun way to get rid of that. I don't know if it's in Premiere. Here. De-reverb. Yeah. So, if they don't want it, just slap some deverb on there. And I gotta add the hard limit anyway. So, it sounds pretty good though, but
it's almost like...
I try to keep it around -6, so...
It's under there.
Yeah, I should probably... you know, do that stuff as well so I don't forget, because I'll probably forget. And we don't have to boost it quite as much, so...
2 choices of pecans. Actually, I think they're the same. Our dressing for our salad. 2 things of ranch. Of course, can't forget the ranch.
Okay, so let's see.
Chili, you guys got something to bring the heat?
All right, guys, so we got the food. Look at this. So the condiments first. Pecans, 2 choices of pecans. Actually, I think they're the same. Our dressing for our salad. There. Ooh, and chili cheese fries. Now that looks, I know, that looks good. Comes with the beans as well. And then we got our little salad. The salad actually looks really good.
Okay, I think we'll keep it at the same, so.
All right, guys, so we got the food.
All right, and then we'll switch that over as well. If they're shooting outside of the handball court, then another way to, because I don't know if you can hear any gusts with this.
What about the milkshakes?
I need some pecans.
No, not really.
I gotta say, they pack. Just put some of the fries.
The meat is like bigger than the.
Yeah, packing in that creaminess that I look
No, I know
in the
what you mean.
milkshake. Texture, like it lacks in. That's funny.
I like boycotted.
Ah, dang. Well, yeah. So finally they got a good isolated film in place, which is good. But if they were outside and you had to worry about film gusts and they didn't have a dead cat to eliminate that noise, another good way to do it would just be to add a bass cut. So normally what I do with their stuff, if there was like loud wind gusts, I would just cut it by like -10 or -15 decibels.
The pretzel burger, which looks pretty good. One thing that always disappoints me with fast food is that it never looks like the picture.
Yeah.
It's almost like they make the picture look too perfect.
In fact, I'll just keep.
They're trying to market it.
And then here's the chili beans and
You mean chili cheese?
chili
fries?
cheese fries. Sorry, chili beans
Chili
and
beans.
chili cheese.
Yeah, I'll add a little bass cut, especially if they're outside, so that way it eliminates a lot of that rumble. But if the wind was blowing, I would, make that like -10 or 15, depending on how bad it was. It doesn't completely eliminate it, but it does make it sound not as bad. It's not the best, but sometimes you gotta work with what you're given, So, it is what it is. But, with this we can lower the boost a bit.
Fries. Now this looks good. Like they gave us a modest amount of cheese on this thing. Like it's
On the
doused in
photo,
cheese.
they did look like they were a little bit too stingy with.
Okay, it's pretty good. Then the deverb, you can do this like if there's certain frequencies that you notice pop up a lot more, so you can have it focus on lower, mids, lower and highs, higher, or just like an all-around. Usually I just stick with all-around, but depending on the environment, you might want to switch to these, but usually this is pretty good. So, then have auto gain on, because it'll otherwise like really lower the volume. So.
Yeah, it's recording at 24% now.
All right.
Okay, so.
Do you think In-N-Out has the best milkshakes?
I really do, because they have strawberry, and we like to do the Neapolitan one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's just a strawberry vanilla, and I'm not a big fan. No, this is just chocolate and vanilla. But it's hot today. Like it's mid-February here in California.
So that's what it sounds like without it on.
Really warm, like it feels like summer warm.
Yeah, weather's up in the 80s.
It's actually it's 80s.
So it smells feels like summer. I wish they would put in a little bit of lettuce for some different texture.
They didn't put lettuce.
No lettuce, no vegetable. It's like just cheese and meat and pickles. It's literally all you taste.
It's literally how Americans want their.
And beef in here, and it's just like literally like the bun, like it's just a meat delivery system.
Really?
Like that's all I taste is the meat. A little bit of cheese in there. I wish they would put in a little bit of lettuce for some different texture. Dude, this burger, I gotta say, they packed bacon and beef in here, and it's just like literally like the bun, like it's just a meat delivery system.
Yeah, one of the nice things about the reverb, is it also kind of acts as a bit of like a denoiser as well. Just how it processes audio. So you can kind of use it as like a makeshift audio cleanup as well, in addition to reducing room echo. So just another fun factoid, a little pro Adobe tip from a pro video editor.
Food. Look at this. So the condiments first. Pecan.
Okay, so that's all good.
We're gonna be shooting right here, and the whole everyone can see us.
All right.
It's literally like.
Oh shit! I forgot.
All right, guys, and we are back. And this time, a little echo.
Cut that part out. So we already talked about it.
I know, it's like it's either the wind or the echo. Or the power tools, so you guys pick your choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, take your pick. You know,
They've become self-aware. God damn it.
you want the sound of power tool, the echo, or do you want the wind?
Okay, so
pick whatever you want.
skip ahead.
All right, and this is what we got for our food. The pretzel burger, which looks pretty good. One thing that almost disappoints. All right, this.
All right. So Disney.
That bacon, 2 things of ranch, of course, can't forget. And this is our setup right here. We have to shoot. This is what we got for our food. The pretzel burger, which looks pretty good. One thing that almost disappoints me with fast food is that it never looks like the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll just cut it to that point because that's a good lead-in point. Because otherwise, he's just talking about stuff he already talked about. So repetition is good sometimes, but not always. So it's a fine line for sure.
Corner.
It's literally.
And then like some behind-the-scenes stuff. Like usually I wouldn't include stuff like this, but especially like with Eric's stuff, I usually don't like to include it. But since it's with Dude and he only has like so much footage, I try to include as much of that stuff as I can. So
It actually looks really good. Like it's leafy. It looks.
alright, so
Whole everyone can see us. One thing that almost disappoints me with fast food is that it never looks like the picture. It's almost like they make the picture look too perfect. Well, obviously there's no market. And then here's the chili beans and chili cheese. Sorry, chili beans and chili cheese fries. Now this looks good. Like they gave us a box amount of cheese on this thing. Like it's downstairs.
Nowadays it looks like they were a little bit too stingy with the
Cheese. This looks good.
This looks good.
I don't know. Baiting.
Is that it never looks like the picture.
Yeah.
It's almost like and then here's
You mean chili cheese?
chili cheese fries. Sorry, chili beans.
Yeah, man. Okay, so we'll get past the food descriptors here. And get straight into the
So I got a salad, a pecan.
Apple pecan salad.
Maybe we did that already.
We got some
Fork looks
chunks.
interesting.
Looks
And then
good.
I think this is feta cheese. And then they have like dried
little
cran.
raisins in there.
I don't know what to do. This would be good. And then some roasted peas. Yeah.
Yeah, I did all that shit.
And then we
already.
also have chocolate. I don't know. I'm excited about the milkshakes. I heard their milkshakes are good. Frosty.
We got a free one too.
And the funny thing is, when you order,
Why are they sipping it through a straw? Like, you eat Frosties with a spoon. Or with fries. Ugh. Fucking Cali kids, man. Ah, goodness.
free milkshake. I didn't know
They
this.
didn't state that, so we got
So we
Oh, yeah, shit. We should have got the milkshake while we were there, too. But I know Eric doesn't like sweet stuff, so he'd probably be like, it's just sugar. Whatever. Meh.
just got a free milkshake. What flavor of milkshake?
this is the mixed vanilla and chocolate. I wish it had strawberries.
Oh, I can't really tell that it's mixed. It just looks
Yeah.
kind of like chocolate, huh?
Yeah.
Give a bite of the burger. Chocolate, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's feast in. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because we already did the food explanation thing earlier. So, yeah, we'll just... Boop. And I like it where it's, like, close-ups and stuff. Versus, like, him so far away. Like, look, food. So.
Everyone can see us. All right, well, let's feast in. I'm gonna go give a bite of the burger. I like how much like cheese and like
Shit.
look, the meat is hanging off of the bun.
Yeah.
That's so generous.
To say though, it's quite small for the price tag because I think it was like $7. And the pretzel, this is the bun is supposed to be the pretzel, but I don't know. Does it taste like a pretzel?
All I say is the meat. Seriously, it's so meaty.
The Frosties taste really good, but compared to In-N-Out, I think In-N-Out is just so much better.
Okay, that's something I don't understand, because they, yeah, she was raving about In-N-Out shakes, and I don't know, maybe I just got a bad In-N-Out shake, but the first, last, and only time I got an In-N-Out shake, it was fucking disgusting. Like, it was not cold at all, it was warm, it was liquidy, it was just, it felt like I literally just took, like, the soft serve stuff in the bag that's used to fill the machine and just, like, put it in a glass, put some chocolate stuff in it, mix it up, bam, there you go. It was just, like, It was not cold at all. Like, there was not even an attempt. And even that aside, like, the actual taste of it was just not that good. Like, the chocolate was pretty That's just my my take on it. And that's another thing I don't understand about In-N-Out. Like, everybody loves the In-N-Out burgers, which obviously they're fucking bomb. But there's like an unnecessary hatred for In-N-Out fries. Like, everybody hates In-N-Out fries. And I'm like, why? They're good. Like, I don't get it. You know. The only critique I have is maybe they're not always salted as much. At least from when I got In-N-Out back in the day. But if you get them animal style, like, fuck, it's even better. But, yeah, I just don't get it. Don't get the hate for In-N-Out fries. Like, it's fine. But the shakes! Fuck them shakes. Them shakes is shit. Don't at me.
Have the best milkshakes.
I really do, because they have strawberry, and we like to do the Neapolitan one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's just a strawberry vanilla, and I'm not a big fan. No, this is just strawberry vanilla. It's hot.
Shit. Messed that up. Oh, she messed that up, rather.
So this one's just a strawberry vanilla, and I'm not a big fan. No, this is just chocolate and vanilla. But it's... So this one's just a strawberry vanilla Neapolitan one. So this one's just... This is just chocolate and vanilla. But it's hot today. Like, it's...
So yeah, we'll just skip that whole part entirely, just for brevity and stuff. So.
But it's hot today. Like, it's mid-February here. Neapolitan one.
So we'll skip back a little bit.
Neapolitan one. But it's hot today. Like, it's mid-February here in California, and it's really warm. Like, it feels like summer.
Yeah,
warm.
weather's up in the 80s.
It's actually, yeah, it's 80s.
Nice.
So it smells, feels like summer.
That's what I love about California
Dude, this
weather.
burger,
Like, in San Diego, like, it was pretty much like 60s, 70s Fahrenheit, like, all the time. Even during the winter time, it was, I think the lowest it got, like, super duper early in the morning, was like 40 Fahrenheit. But even then, it was just for a little bit, and then once, you know, the day started, it was like 60s, low to mid 60s during the winter. Like, fuck. Give me that shit all the time. Let's see where we at time wise. Okay, yeah, we're good. So I think what we'll do is, since we're getting closer to noon and man's be getting hungry, I think I'll just finish this section and move on to Eric's other things. So, do it that way.
burger, I gotta say, they pack bacon and beef in here, and it's just like literally like the bun, like it's just a meat delivery system. Right? That's all I taste is the meat. A little bit of cheese in there. I wish they would put in a little bit of lettuce for some different texture. No lettuce, no vegetable. It's like just cheese and meat, and it's literally all it
That's
tastes.
how Americans want their food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this salad now, put a little bit of dressing on it. Not too much.
Okay, so
Food.
alright, so we'll cut here, and then we're gonna transition to the salad after Eric's next thing. So yeah, that's basically how we'll do it. So that's their little conclusion, I guess. So we'll slap that at the end. And yeah, we'll basically just kind of go back and forth between these two big clips. Do it that way. So I'll just figure out. Let's see. First one is it's a spicy chicken. Okay, cool.
Definitely not gonna be dry. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So we got that one.
Incoming chicken.
And that's
Dude and Jules, are you guys having chicken burgers? What's next from you guys?
there you go.
Good night.
You're like in between each thing.
Incoming the next.
Okay. So that'll be for the next thing. And we'll cycle it back to there. And yes, just a fun little back and forth here. So there we go. And then we'll just bring everything a little bit closer. So yeah. Alright, looks good. So put a pin in this project. So that way, for me, I know like right where I'm at. Because I'm obviously not at the end. At this part here. So this is just a fun little bookmark. So it's like, okay, start here. Alright guys, so editing all this food footage is making me hungry. So I think we'll cut things off here. We've been streaming for nearly 3 hours. Shit, that's a long time. But yeah, guys, definitely looking forward to doing more of these types of live streams. Do you guys enjoy when I do the video editing stuff on here? I was thinking about having this type of stuff on my video editing channel because I figure it's a little more apropos, but I also realized that channel is geared mostly towards, you know, just people kind of looking for stuff. There's not really a community set up there, even though it's my most subbed channel. But it's mostly just people, you know, that we don't have a community on that channel like we do for here and for the Andy Japandy channel. So it's a little hard to do live streaming on there because like nobody tunes in. But on here, there's a community for it. So for me, I definitely would like to do more, you know, video editing live streams when I can. Obviously, there's like some clients who don't want me to show their footage online, so I can't do it for everything. But, you know, every once in a while, I'll bust out an Eric Mealtime, whatnot. You know, love doing something like that. But yeah, just let me know. So anyway, with all that said, this is the Andy-san. Sign it for now. And as always, forever, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye. Bye.